Welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Joker Joy, my friend, welcome. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Who does that all the time? I don't want to rip him off. I'm not trying to rip you off, dude.
Why? Who is that? Who does that?
I don't know. Somebody we know does that pretty much a lot.
Oh,
Anyway,
I don't know.
don't want to infringe on your trademark.
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. So, guys, as you may know, we do have some action. We do have a lot of drama tonight, guys. A lot of drama. So, you know what that means. So, before we get started, let's give you guys the
following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
So you've been warned, guys. I don't want people complaining. I don't want people crying. But like I said, we got some action. We're gonna go over again, X23. We also have what else are we going over? We got a beautiful announcement, okay, coming from the Arcane show, I believe. And it looks beautiful. I'm a little confused about the figure, so we're gonna get into it. But also, guys, I was going to bring up, what was I gonna say? I was gonna bring up something. Oh yes, we got exposed Mike at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. He kind of ignored me on Facebook, and he blew me off, even though he was tagged on the post. But we're gonna talk about it live tonight. So, in the words of Luch, strap it on, guys. There's 19 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. And let's say hello to you guys. And we got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. We got Carlos in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Charlie, my friend. Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
Welcome. We got Gina in the house. Welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Bo. Where's Bo?
How you doing?
Dude, if we get a Charlie Brigante in the chat one of these days, it'd be perfect. We'll be like, we got the perfect hello for you. We've been having all these years.
Oh my God. What are the chances of that?
There's a lot of people.
We got Michael. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Hello.
He's a group member. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house tonight with us. We got Giovin in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
What's
Thank
up?
you for being here. We got Luch.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
It says Bash Long.
Luch.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
He says, what up, my 1/6 present toys and batch song collect. This guy, unbelievable, disrespectful. Don't bring your negativity to this stream, okay? We are all about positivity here. We're positive like the HIV, okay? Let's see. Let's see who else is in that. We got Big Dog in the house. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. We got Christian in the house. How are you? Welcome.
Hello.
Howdy.
Thank you for being here. We got Leo in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Guys, there's 25 of you guys, and hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. Big Dog says, my baby wanted Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline, grocery, list goes on. If I'm gonna work, I'm assuming this is a song. What's today's topic? Today's topic is.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Let's see. Luch said if they don't start in the next 5 minutes, I'm going. This guy, look how fancy he is. Can you imagine being a non-collecting F1 Formula One racing fan? Can you imagine that? I don't have time to go on streams and talk about my passion but I'd rather sit and watch Formula One that I'll never do in my life. Would
would you get would you get a 1/6 Formula One car, or like
absolutely.
maybe it's not 1/6, but like like the size of like a Batman? I think I might too.
Sexy. They're very sexy looking cars.
And I know nothing about them. They just look so damn good.
Absolutely. I don't know anything about them. I just know they go fast, and I would buy one in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We got Rob. Welcome, my friend.
What's up, Rob? It's echoing.
Yeah, this thing is lagging so bad. I don't know if it's the browser. I don't know if it's the program. I don't know if it's my computer, but something's old, and it ain't me. We have Ash says, help me out. What the hell is that Jinx? Oh, we're getting into it because I don't know what it is either. But it looks gorgeous. Oh my god, that thing looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does. Makes me want to watch whatever the show is, but then I didn't like the description of what the show is. It didn't sound interesting.
Rob says, when is there not any drama, Mr. Drama? Oh man, this is for Rob because obviously everybody knows that he's clearly wrong as usual.
Where's Trumpy wrong? We haven't seen that one in a while.
Which one?
Trumpy.
Oh,
wrong.
Well, yeah, this one too.
That one's in the very good.
Just for you. Yeah, where did it go? Just for you, Rob.
Wrong. There you go. Wrong 2.0.
Oh my god. Let's see who else we got in the house. We got Gary's Grails. Welcome. First time here. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
I think this guy's important. He's got he's got his own little title thing there and everything. Gary's Grails.
No, that's really nice. Yes, G.I. Joe fan. Yeah.
And I love my Joes, so
G.I. Joe. We got
Paul.
Welcome, my friend.
What's up, Paul?
Who else is in the house? Let's see. I think I got everybody already. Oh, we got Iron Dude. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Let's see who else is in here. It says Diddy Diddle Dudes during that time. This guy, unbelievable. We got Joe in the house.
John, how you doing?
I was checking out Joe's collection earlier. He had a little video collection.
He's got a nice collection. He started collecting literally about 2 months ago, and that's his collection already.
He's got stick posing.
Yeah. That's one thing. Every time he takes a video of any shelf, everything is nicely posed. Everything looks like scene. Everything looks so clean. Oh my god. He copies me a lot. That's what you guys don't understand. We got Will in the house. Welcome, my friend.
What's up, bud?
I noticed that about his collection. I'm like, man, like everything's so but it's such a subtle pose. You know what I mean? Everything's so nicely like for example, he had the Luke and Darth Vader. You know what I mean? So he had Luke holding Darth Vader without the helmet. Like if it was struggling. Oh my god! I was like, yo.
That caught my attention, and the Rocky with the hanging meat, like he's
yes,
practicing in the whatever you want to call it, whatever yes. It's pretty sick.
No, yeah, his posing is very good. I told him, I said, yo, stop copying me, you're gonna get sued. We got a super chat from Luch. Luch. He says, good man, Mike. I would also ignore Fabi for owning and what things like he has. Unbelievable. This is for you, peasant.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Beetle.
Thank you, my friend, for that. Of course. You're gonna be lumped in with Mike tonight. Just remember this, okay? We got Chris. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
What's up, brother?
Welcome. We got Joe. We got Ernesto. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Welcome. I have to look for something real quickly before I forget, because I know I'm going to forget and I'm going to blame myself and I'm going to be very upset about it. So let me just make sure I get it. I get it up. Here we go. Where is it? Come on.
Get it.
Here we go. Oh, I see what the problem is. That Kit, he gets you every time. That Kit, he doesn't play around.
He needs a goddamn website is what he needs.
What do you mean? You don't like his 1776 website?
Like you order something and the next time you go in to order something, it's still in your cart, even though you've already paid for it.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens. I don't know why
then
that
you
happens.
almost order it twice with something else, and you're like, wait a minute, if you're not paying attention.
That's happened to me, believe it or not. And then I have to message him to cancel it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Beautiful. I just wanted to make sure because, you know what I mean? I just want to set up everything. Keep you guys in line. Guys, there's 37 of you guys. Didn't hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. Let me see who's in here. Who else is in the house with us? We got Ernesto. Giovan says Arcane is probably the best video game adaptation currently, in my opinion. And I don't even like League of Legends. No, you don't need to know the game to watch, by the way. Now, question for you. This is where I was confused. So it is, again, you know what? We'll get into it later because I don't want to get into it now. But this is a very good point here, Giovan. When we get into it, if you could please bring this up again, just because I have a question about the video game and the show. Michael says, I told you back. Yes, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Albert. Welcome, peasant. Nice to see you, peasant man.
Hello.
Iron Dude says, I just took a break from sitting on my Batmobile. I needed to heal up. He said needed to heal up.
That's not what that thing's for, man.
Oh, my God.
He's like, I accidentally slipped. He's at the emergency room.
Jim, welcome, my friend.
Yike.
Yike.
Welcome.
She's a yiker. I like
That's a
that.
great idea. I'm fully gaped. This guy's unbelievable.
You ever see the one where they pour the Cheerios in there? They pour like Fruit Loops and then some milk.
Oh my God. Harold, my friend, welcome back. 2 in a row. Look at you. Nice to see ya.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Welcome. All right, guys. So let's get started. So obviously, Jay, you didn't go over any of this. You haven't spoken on any of this. So we're going to start with this beauty. And her name is Luch. Hold on.
Miss Luch, if you're nasty.
Where are you? Here we go. There we go. All right. So here we have the beautiful and talented X23 Daphne Keene. As you could see, fully loaded with the claws coming out of her boots. She's got the claws. She got the open hand clawed hands. She's got the fisted clawed hands. We haven't seen anything extra besides those two. Obviously, here are the unclawed hands. You got the sunglass holding hand. Obviously, you could use them for whatever, I'm assuming. But it looks like that's about it when it comes to hands. So it looks like at least 3 pairs of hands. You got the separate rolling eyeballs, 2 styles of hair. As you can see, you got the battle damage and the clean. We talked about the hands. Here's the 2-sided blade on each side. So she gets 1 blade on each coming out of each shoe. So that's another option of display. And here's something new. Specialized body with silicone arms and seamless joints. So did anybody check the height of the young Ahsoka compared to this figure? Does anybody know yet if they're using the same young Ahsoka body as this? Because remember, young Ahsoka is supposed to be shorter than any other male figure. So if somebody could go do that real quick and let me know, please, because I think that's very important so we could know if they're going to be reusing, those types of bodies when it comes to, the younger characters, the younger.
What do you want to know? How tall she is? Oh, which young Ahsoka are you talking? The one from the show?
The one that's on pre-order, yeah, from the Clone Wars scene from Ahsoka.
That's a good point, though.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know if they're reusing that same body to make this one, because remember, the moment they do, they've done already the what's his name, the Steve Rogers when they did the Hydra Stomper, right? That little tiny body. So I have a feeling that that's the same type of body that they're going to use for young Anakin. You know what I mean? For episode 1 Anakin. The thing is, what are they going to do? What are they going to put him with? What other figure is he going to come with? Right? Are they going to give him a vehicle? They're going to give him, they're going to give him like a double pack with a droid.
Yeah, they got to pad it out somehow.
Right. They have to do something, so that's the thing. So that's where I'm going with that, right? The moment we see a smaller body, which we already saw with Steve Rogers, then boom, does that mean they're going to reuse that same body for young Anakin? So that's the connection I'm trying to make with the bodies. So now, Jay, and here is obviously, something really meaningful for her specific scene at the end of the movie when she was, during the final battle scene. So as you can see,
do we have a shot like around her neck line so we can?
Yes, we do.
Probably not. I mean, she's got so much hair. Like that's the actual thing, right?
Yeah, this is like the final product after the sculptor finished her.
Right. So the only thing that's silicone is the arms.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Because think about it. They don't have to give you an entire silicone body because she's covered up anyway. She's wearing pants, so there's no reason for, for that. She's wearing a shirt, so there's no reason to give you a silicone torso. And the only thing exposed are the arms, which is why you get the silicone arms.
Yep.
And then that's another reason why it's very important for Hot Toys to customize their own bodies, because I can guarantee you that these bodies that they're doing this way, you could most likely insert any type of arm that you want in there. You know what I mean? They'll make you the hollow torso with, the entire everything, and then they'll just give you the socket so they could customize whatever shoulder sockets and stuff you could get in there. What'd you say?
You're giving Luch ideas, man. We're gonna get her with like Hulk Hogan arms.
Imagine. He would too.
He's gonna, just because I just said it just now. He's gonna do it just to fuck with me. You'll see.
He would too, and then say, and then comment. Do you create kitty cat?
Right. Kitty cat. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
She's gonna have giant cans and giant arms.
Yeah, he's gonna get what's the Fison codes?
I don't know. It's XXX something.
No. It's
that Ripley's.
It's the M. It's the M's. So it's the a Fison M37 for Luch. Bum. He's a bum. That's what he is. Let me see what you guys are saying real quickly. Let me see. Carlos Fabs, this guy. Says DP talk Fabs. Unbelievable.
We got more DP talk, Ash.
Yeah, he's obsessed. I think he's addicted. I think you need a break from Deadpool because
that other guy that just came out today or yesterday.
Who? Oh
The
yeah, we're
weapon.
gonna get it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get it. Let me see. Michael says, is X-23 considered a teen or an adult? The reason I ask this is because she is because if she's considered a teen, does that mean if Hot Toys is moving into younger figures, could we see a T2 John Connor? I can tell you that I highly doubt at this point that that'll ever happen, right? That John Connor. I'm going to tell you why. Not because they can't add figures to a line. And the reason I say that is because of this. If you go back to, for example, let's say the Terminator line, right? If you pay attention to everything they've done in the past, right? At least the Terminators that you're seeing now done in 2.0, right, have been done already. So instead of giving us something new to revive that line, right, to bring that back, that line back, they could have easily started with a Sarah Connor, which again, they've made her before, but that's another figure they're never going to make. I can guarantee you that. You know, they're going to have to ask permission for likeness, blah, blah, blah. They already did her years ago. I can guarantee you they'll never make that figure again. And if they do, believe me when I tell you, I'll be very shocked and it'll be very unexpected for me because I don't see that coming ever. Right? That would be a great figure. Not only that Linda Hamilton figure of her as Sarah Connor, but the T1000 version of Sarah Connor would be amazing. Both rooted, right? You can have her ponytail for her regular version, just like they did Lady Pool. So that's not a problem when it comes to Artisan or Wool. You don't have to call her Artisan if you don't want to, because guess what? They didn't call Lady Pool Artisan, and she's fully wooled. So that's how we could get around the fact that it's an Artisan figure. So she won't be very expensive. Obviously, I don't know what they're going to do with the front of the head, because you could have her displayed how? With a hat on or without the hat. So I don't know what they're going to do with the bottom of her hair, but the ponytail could be 100% wool. Right? The T1000, it's all doll hair right now. That could be all Artisan as well. 100%. Right? So that's the thing. Do I think they're going to make that? Absolutely not. So just because they just made the T800 battle damage and the T1000, does that mean there's more coming? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because what have they made in the past? They made the T1000, right, with the same exact versions, right? Besides, I think you didn't get the split head. He came with 3, if I'm not mistaken. The clean one, 2 battle damage, and then the T1000 also came with 1 as well. I think the split one was with the T1000. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. It wouldn't make sense for them to all of a sudden go backwards to this to get not only for the small figure, but to go ask permission for the likeness for this character that doesn't really mean anything anymore. Yeah, it means it's a big deal for that line, but in the grand scheme of Hot Toys, that figure is unnecessary. So that's why I could tell you they most likely won't bother with something, especially, again, because of the size. To go out of the way, to go get licensed, to go get likeness permission, to go do this, that, for something they never made before, I doubt it. That's how they keep reusing things that they've made before, because I'm assuming that the process of getting these permissions, again, is that much easier. You know, what do you think, Jay?
I think she's like a character, whereas John Connor he's not the focal point. I understand he's the critical point of Terminator. I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you were to make a toy line, John Connor's not the seller. It's the Terminator.
Correct.
Or either Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with this, she's not just a side character to Wolverine. She's a superhero unto herself, and all the superheroes get some sort of representation. And not just that, she's probably going to be in future stuff too. So I think you're going to see this sculpt again in the future with a different look. So
Really? So that was
that's
one
why
thing
I
we
think
were talking
she's.
about on
I think
two-
she's. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so that was one topic we were talking about, or at least I brought up. Obviously this head sculpt is too gorgeous to be used one time, right? It's beautiful. So my
She's
question
beautiful. It's
Right.
weird because I don't even know how old she is, but I know she's
Yeah,
real young.
I
I
have
feel
no-
almost borderline creepy thinking how beautiful she is, but she's a
Yeah, no,
gorgeous girl.
I don't know how old she is, but I'm talking about the head sculpt strictly. So I'm not even getting into like her as a human being, just the
Oh,
head.
stop.
So my thing is, to use this only one time is a complete waste of a head sculpt. So my question was, how can we get her again? In what way? With what look? So what do you say?
She's gonna be in something in the next Secret Wars, one of those things coming
I
up.
see what you're saying. No. So you're saying that they're gonna reuse this.
Yeah.
They're not gonna change the expression or anything on this. They're gonna reuse this 1, 2, 3, and then just.
Well, I don't know if they'll necessarily. Well, I don't know. Maybe they could. Like I said, I'm not sure about how this whole sculpting thing goes down. I think they just go into the computer and they move her lips around, and voila, they print up another batch of heads, just slightly different if they need to.
That I don't know.
I don't know, but why wouldn't they just give us this one again with a costume on, whatever her costume looks like, whether it's the black and gray or whether it's the blue and yellow?
Well, I can tell you that the reason why we would never get that is because at least now, right? It hasn't happened. We haven't seen it anywhere, and the fact that this head sculpt was made for the movie. Hot Toys will never deliberately come in and use that head sculpt that was permissioned for a movie to go and use it, for example, for a comic, CMS line. Like that'll never happen. So
No. But what I'm saying is, I think they know that Marvel has intentions of her being in further stories, so they're like, okay, we got to put out the whole team because it's her, Blade, with the other two, Gambit, and what's her face, Elektra. So they got to put these out anyway, and I think in the future she's going to come back into the storyline, and she's young enough that her look won't have changed that much. So I think if we get an X-23, her role as X-23 in like Secret Wars or something, they'll just go back and give us this sculpt again and just change the hair and change the costume, and we'll get it, sent right back to us.
So the way that you think how they make head sculpts is all digital now. You think it's just
I think we're done with the sculpting thing. I think if the sculpting is in the computer now, that they sculpt in the computer, or they do 3D rendering, or maybe they do facial mapping. There's too much technology out there. There's no way they can make these things at the rate they do. If you're telling me one person sculpts this thing and then they feed it into a machine and pump out a bunch of plastic pieces, like there's got to be more to it than that. It's 2024.
Right, I don't even know where they would even, start doing that. But so I don't even think of it that way. But
I hear drips and drabs of people talk about facial mapping, things like that. And if you've seen computer graphs pull up like a 3D image of somebody when they do screen capture for like Gollum in Lord of the Rings or something,
right?
It's why would you sit there with clay when you have it when it can be pulled up and it can be sent to somebody and checked against things and you can change. It's just the computers are so much easier.
And one more thing, let's define right now once and for all what it means to reuse a head sculpt, because the reason why I bring that up is because obviously if they change anything on this head sculpt, it's not reused, right? Reusing means that they use the exact same thing, right? The reason why I want to bring that up and why that's important is because of this. Years ago, when Hot Toys was not making new head sculpts for new figures all the time, specifically Tony, right? We've always gotten Tony after Tony after Tony with a head sculpt, most likely, if it's an MMS figure. Those head sculpts, obviously Hot Toys was not going to constantly pay for new head sculpts for these figures all the time, right? They didn't have the money for that. It wasn't that type of company back then. So what they were doing, which maybe, most of you guys know already, what they were doing was they were using obviously one Tony Stark head sculpt. And what they would do was either have it looking straight ahead, looking to the left, or looking to the right. That's how they got around having to make a new head sculpt every single time. So that's what I would have called reusing, right? It's the
But
same
the face was essentially the same. It was just
literally correct.
eye.
Literally the eye direction that would change. That was it, because it was the
And some of the
easiest
hair.
to change. And depending on the figure, sometimes it was the same exact hair, but the figure was, the eyes were looking different. If it was a different mark, of course you had to change the hair, absolutely. But if it was the same mark, or a some type of, you know, whatever slight difference, they would have to change it to looking a different way. So that's what I want to settle the whole thing with, you know, reuse, because at this moment, the fact that everything comes with rolling eyes, you can't really reuse anything at the moment. But look at what they did with what's his name? Obi-Wan, right? You got General Kenobi and you have Mandalorian Kenobi. Same exact head sculpt used twice. So that is a 100% reuse. The reason why they get around that or get away with that is the rolling eyes. Now you don't have the same expression. You don't have the same look, because now you can rotate the arms, the eyes, however way you want, and you're going to have a different look to the figure no matter how you pose it. Right? So that's why they feel more comfortable. And again, not only that, but they're limiting the figures that they're or at least one of them was no, I think they were both limited, right? The General Kenobi and the Mandalorian Kenobi were both limited, I believe. So
not General, I don't think. Mando was.
Okay,
no,
so then
I didn't get in the queue for that. I just ordered it. Yeah.
Okay, so then they limited one to make it more appealing, right? To be able to resell the reused head sculpt. So that's how they'll do things to, again, not waste it. So how can they do this in your opinion, right? So I just gave you a perfect example of an exact reuse, right? You got General Kenobi and Mandalorian Kenobi, exactly same head sculpt reused twice. How do you think they would pull this off? Give me an example of like what you think. Obviously, we don't know, but what do you think?
Again, in X-23, just with all I got to do is change the costume. You got the same girl. Maybe they have to change the hair, but the hair's not part of the sculpt all the time. Like it can be. Well, see, is it detachable and they glue it on?
But that's my. But here's the thing: you got to understand this too. When you talk,
hold on. Reuse is if they reuse the same mold, because they get whatever plastic, whatever whatever they use to for their sculpt, and then they create a cast iron mold out of that they injection they pour the plastic into, and it takes the shape. If I'm correct. Right.
So
as long as they keep using that mold, and then whatever they do with that head, it's reuse, because you're reusing that same mold. But if they make a whole brand new mold for something else, and anything changes, then that would be not. No,
that's correct. That's exactly my point. So my point is exactly that. So if they change the expression, it can't be called the reuse because it's not. But that's what I'm saying. My thing is, this cannot be wasted being used one time only. Okay, that's my thing. There's no way.
But that's why I'm saying the next project that they're going to do is going to be a Marvel movie with her as X-23. So we're not going to see her again for another 3 years, maybe. Maybe longer.
That's where I was going. So that's where I'm going. So you really think that they're going to hold on to this? Remember, she's going to age. She's going to look older in 3 years. They're going to reuse this in 3 years? Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be now.
That's why I said she's younger. She's young enough. She might get 3 years without looking drastically different, because she's at that age now. She's like at right around 21, something like that.
Well, I don't know.
So from 18 to 20, from 18 to 25, do you really look all that different? It's usually from like your younger years and then your older years. You know what I mean?
And now another question. So now another question. Let's say they decide to reuse it because she looks exactly the same in 3 years with no expression. You really think Hot Toys is going to say, you know what, we can get away with reusing the exact same thing 3 years later, and people are going to be like, oh,
that's the Leia conundrum. You got 3 of the same exact Leias. They were spaced out. So what does it seem odd? Yeah.
But remember, those were different times. Those were different times when Leias were coming out. Hot Toys is not doing that same thing now.
Well, here's one thing that lends to your argument. they're not going to have another reason to make another Elektra. They're not going to have another reason to make another Blade.
Correct. That's my point. Correct.
Most likely not going to be making Gambit.
Another Gambit. Correct.
As with his face, Slim, whatever, the dancer, Magic Mike. So
wait, what do you mean?
Maybe they're not reusing these at all. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That it's a possibility. And another question is, when I ask about, what figure could possibly be made with this head sculpt being reused, when I ask you that, you got to think about, it's not just, oh, this figure. You got to understand, there's got to be a brand, right? So where is this brand coming from? It can't be MMS because you didn't see her in the movie or in any movie or on any show with that suit on, right? With the Wolverine suit on, with the X-23 suit on. So Hot Toys will never give you that with a head sculpt, no less, right? So that's number one. Number two, let's say Hot Toys decided to make that version that you're talking about a comic version, which would be the most likely version that they would make, just like they've made everything else comic without a head sculpt, okay? Now, they give you this, they give you that X-23 with that, comic book suit, blah, blah, blah. You'll never get this head sculpt because this head sculpt is not from the comic. So you're not going to get a CMS version figure of an X-23 with a head sculpt that belongs in a movie. You know what I mean? So that's where I go with that.
But somebody said that of those 4 characters in the Rebellion or whatever they call themselves,
Resistance,
that one of them is in future films. This is scheduled to be in future films. And if we don't think it's Channing Tatum, Elektra doesn't seem to have a story arc anybody is interested in, and Blade is fucking older than I am. It just seems like she's the natural choice. And she's carrying on the Wolverine thing. So I think we're going to see her sooner than later. And when you say, do you think they'll like reuse the sculpt? Well, it's like these things are sitting there anyway.
Right.
So financially, why wouldn't you? These things cost.
No, but
I don't want to speculate because I don't know, but I know they're very, very expensive to make the tooling. That's the biggest cost to all of this, as far as I know, from everything I've watched for toy makers and whatnot, because I'm really interested in the whole process of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I appreciate the art for what it is, even though it's done with a lot of machines and bullshit and it's not handcrafted and, as much as they say it is, but the art is still there. I mean, look at this. That is a real live person staring back at me right now.
Yeah, look at that.
That's just amazing.
No, and the crazy thing is, like I said, her likeness is there. She still looks like when she did in Logan a little bit, but just more mature.
She looks intense, but still beautiful, and the hair is done well. As much as I hate that swept look, it's done really well.
No, she looks beautiful, beautiful head sculpt all day long. So that's my thing. So when I ask, what type of, what can they reuse this on or with? You have to, I think of the whole package. I think of, all right, so obviously this is going to be from MMS because this was from a movie, right? So if they decide to give her an X-23 with a suit, right, she won't be MMS because you can't be from a movie because we've never seen that in a movie. So
yeah, but if it comes out in the next 2 years with that blue and white yellow suit as a movie, you don't think they'll pull this head sculpt right back out and slap it on a body with it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I think they'll do a new one, a whole new one, over reusing something that's 3 years old. 100%.
Would you though? If it was your company and it's
I would have no choice.
Tens of thousands.
I'm telling you, I would have no choice because think about it. She's gonna age, and again, let's just pretend that she doesn't change much. There are going to be changes. She's not going to look exactly the same in that movie. I can guarantee it. So that's why I don't think that they're going to hold on to a head sculpt 3 years. A year, maybe. And that's pushing it. Again, now, years ago, they were reusing stuff over and over and over. That's all we had. Nobody complained about it because that's all we had. Now, as you can see, they're making head sculpt after head sculpt after head sculpt. And it's always a new one because everything is the rolling eyeball. So you could get any look you want now. So that's
right. But we just established that it's not. They've reused Anakin. They've reused Obi. They've reused who? God,
which Anakin?
The what is he? The Clone Wars, the blue and purple suit.
Clone Wars, right? And then which one?
Doesn't he look just like the is it Dark Side? Not Dark Side. Jedi. They just changed the hair. Isn't it the same exact face
No, I don't think so, man.
from Revenge of the Sith?
I don't think so.
I think
don't
it's the
think so
same.
at
I
all,
think it's the same one. I thought we talked about that like a couple of years ago.
I mean, if you think about it, if you put them together, of course they're going to look similar because they're the same person, but they don't look at all. Even the look in the face, it looks different because they got different expressions. I think so.
I don't have
And look how many years apart they are. They're definitely not the same.
I thought that was a discussion we had at one point. But again, what did we just say? That Obi-Wan, they just gave him to us twice.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a brand new thing that just happened because before that, give me another one. You're probably not.
I don't know. I thought I had one with Anakin, but that's up for debate.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Stormtroopers, no.
Helmets all day. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, you notice it because again, it doesn't happen as often. Back then, every single pony. Which Luke?
The orange suit and Bespin Luke with the tan suit. They don't look much different. It's just the hair. The face looks almost the same.
No, but even I believe even the size of the head sculpt is like bigger on the Bespin than it is on the pilot. You know, and it does look different. It does look different, but in size and the expression too. The expression is different. The pilot's got a closed mouth, I believe, and then the Bespin has an slightly open lip mouth, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So. Yeah, Sean, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you.
Memalorian.
Yeah, I gotta say hello to Memalorian forever. Let me say hello to Sean. Revenge of the Sith and have the same, just different pain. Okay, so that's why they look different. There you go. I gotta make sure of that because, like I said, when I seen them together, I was like, why they look slightly different? So that's what
it's going to be a few years. Like you said, it's going to be a few years before we get this. So she might not look, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. But because here's the thing. What they should have done, because these are one-offs, if they're one-offs, is make them limited. But they received so much flack for giving half of the combination of 000 and the, whatever the hell, the 2 droid package, the dark droids.
Right.
Excuse me. They, one of those was Q and one of those was standard, and people were like, well, it's a set, why would you break it up like that? What if you can't get one? Then you can't buy the other. So they should have made this limited, but they can't because she's part of that 4-person set. So maybe they just took the hit on it. Like you said, they make enough money.
The meme, welcome.
Look at the Wasp head sculpts. Hot Toys has given us at least 2 different heads for advantage. Yeah, I don't have any of them, so I'm not sure. But what's your thoughts on that? Did he freeze up? Am I here alone?
This thing is lagging. No. This thing is lagging.
Oh, I think he froze.
And he says, look at the Wasp head sculpt. Hot Toys is giving us at least 3 different heads for it. No, that's what I'm saying. It's for those who've been around, years ago, you'll know that Hot Toys was not constantly giving us a new head sculpt every figure. They were just not. It was not a thing, right? Once they got one, they reused the hell out of that as many times as they could. And sometimes they would give you a head sculpt for like an example, a Mark III, and they would add it for like an exclusive figure for whatever reason, right? Something that already was used, they would add it to something else, to make it an exclusive, limited piece. So they did do that years ago. Now, because of the amount of stuff they're making, there's no need to constantly reuse stuff. The Obi-Wan Kenobi, the General Kenobi, and the Mandalorian Kenobi, is a specific example to show that that's not happening often at all. Right? Yes, they're going to tweak them. They're going to change them. They have to. Sean just said paint and hair. Right? Again, how many years ago was that? 3 years ago now?
Do you notice too? They're doing like the stagnant expression is becoming not as often because they would have to, like you said, they would have to reuse them before, so they couldn't give them a certain like scene specific expression. But look at that new Han Solo coming out. That's a very specific look. They can't reuse that head. He's got that eyebrows furrowed and all that. So we're seeing that maybe that explains why we're seeing more people with scene specific expressions and not these standard looks.
Michael, welcome.
What's up?
What's up?
The meme Lauren says the technology has changed a lot. Hot Toys isn't making cast iron molds anymore. Everything is composites and resins. The old school method of making molds is outdated. I wouldn't know any of it. So
composites and resins. Okay, so they don't use the iron mold. So how are they coming up with the mold for the composite? It's called a mold for a reason. There is a mold. So they could change the composites and resins as opposed to standard plastic injection. I'd like to know more about that. I'm curious.
Yes, I don't know anything about that. So you could be telling me all true or all false information, and I still don't know any of it because I never, when it comes to the artist side of that, I know nothing. Those two sculpts are not the same. Oh, which ones? Which ones? Tell me, Jim. Which ones?
Which two?
I'm telling you. The Revenge of the Revenge of the Sith Anakin and the Civil War Anakin, the Clone Wars Anakin are so many years apart, right? That I would have never thought that they would reuse that. That's why when he said, I was like, whoa, I was shocked because, I understand, like I said before, a year apart, cool. But years apart, at least 3 to 4, nah.
I just remember when it came out, it was a talk amongst the community that it was the same sculpt, and everybody was like, "It looks almost exactly the same. They just changed the hair."
No, that's what I'm saying. It could be, but I'm saying I would have never thought that because it was so far apart. I'm not saying that. I
get it because I don't. Now that you mention it, yeah, it was kind of a gap there.
No, it was many. Absolutely, it was many years before that happened. So as I'm saying, I would highly doubt it, but it's not, it's not unfathomable that they did that because they own that stuff anyway. So they own all the prototypes, they own all the molds, so they could do what they want when they want. Nefty, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you.
What do you think, Mike? If X-23 is in a future, Secret Wars or whatever, you think they'll reuse this sculpt in 3-4 years for that?
No.
No? Okay.
No. If she's in a new movie, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're saying if they got to reuse this sculpt, it's got to be something that comes out soon. Because
not that far in the future. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, it's
4 years using this one. No.
It won't work. They would have to revamp the whole thing. They obviously, her hair is going to be different, has to be different. We don't know what her face is going to look like in 3 years, the type of makeup that they're going to use in the movie, so they got to match all those things. So it would be, again, at this moment, never. Years ago, possibly. Now, no.
This is the best head sculpt I've seen them make in years.
Yep. I think Viva Lai, I think made it. This thing is
first figure I pre-ordered in a long time.
Yeah, wow. I pre-ordered this thing right away. Did you get a case? Did you get a case or just one?
I got a case. No, I got one.
I think you would get a case. So Michael, let's go to you now. So here it is at 265. Guys, there's 42 of you guys in here. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. So we have here X-23 at 265. So tell us how you feel about the figure. What did you think when you saw the figure go up for pre-order? And how do you like the figure overall?
Love it. That's it. Love it. Think it looks great. Can't say anything bad about it, to be honest. Love it. Love the sculpted hair. That this is proof right here. Doll hair would never look like this. Sculpted hair for the win. Come on, look at that right there. I mean, come on. You're gonna tell me your artisan hair is it's a joke. This looks so much better. So much better.
Mike, but why do you have to bash artisan?
Because I do.
Wait. I didn't finish.
Oh, wait, did you see this? I got this awesome new Hulk came in.
What is that?
It was in this one group. It was super cheap.
Guys, we're gonna
Amazing.
expose his Psyop. We're gonna expose his Psyop in a little bit. Okay,
Amazing.
so he did not get that anywhere.
You know what? I mentioned that, like, Fabs is such a, the fewer Fabs is such a dictator. He gave me $100 off.
See, guys, we'll get into what he's talking about soon, because he's a he's a Psyopster. So, question for you, Mike. So, why is it that you have to bash Artisan when obviously this figure,
silly. It's silly.
Wait,
It's not real.
Wait, but this figure in Artisan, you can't pull this off here with Artisan, right? But you can pull this off.
You could pull that off with a little gel.
You could do, well, I guess you can, right? You could pull this off with Artisan all day long. So what is it about Artisan that you dislike so much?
Well, I think I changed my. If anyone checks out my Facebook profile, you'll see the Artisan hair job that I have on my Facebook profile. It's quite.
Oh my God!
Quite amazing.
He's got.
It's of this figure, isn't it? The X23, I believe.
Yeah, it is X23.
Yes. Excellent.
But she's got a fresh perm in the picture that you got. Oh my God!
I'll get it. It's a sales tactic. You know what I mean? It's not there. I do not believe there is some super premium luxury hair rooting process that is making these figures worth $250 more. The production cost goes up $250 more for that goofiness. No.
Well, that's the thing. Well, you're not paying for the hair. You're paying for Viper to oversee it. No, for Viper to oversee it. So tell us your favorite part of the figure. What is the one thing that as soon as you saw, you were like, oh my God, I need this in my collection right now?
Come on, head sculpt. It's the best head sculpt I've seen in a very long time. I saw this head sculpt and I see the actress perfectly. I mean, I feel like it hits it at multiple angles.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just hits. It's
how do you feel about
sculpted hair?
How do you feel about the accessories, the open hand claws, the shoe claws? How do you feel about all that?
I don't even. Who cares? Like, if that wasn't included, it wouldn't change if the base wasn't included, it doesn't change it. It could not include all of that, and I would still be as excited.
Well, if you're collecting Fisons with a head sculpt, why are you even in Hot Toys? Just hang out with Luch all day. I don't get it. Like, why would you not want all the accessories, the blade, the base?
What do you mean? What are you doing with them? You keep them in the box. You don't switch them out.
Well, no. Obviously, I don't have room for them. But do you not think that these things make the figure that much better?
No.
Like, if you were to use them?
No.
Sometimes.
No. Like, honestly, exclude that base and take off $30. I'd be a lot happier.
No way. First of all, we've never gotten this fire base before. We've gotten this piece before.
It's definitely fire, right?
But this one has snow on it, which we never got before. So don't say we have. And we got the Juggernaut helmet, which you said is your favorite Juggernaut out of the movies.
I mean, that's an amazing base. Amazing.
So how many bases did you order?
Again, $30 off. Give me a black stand. Don't even give. Just get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, we're at this point. We have our own stands. You know what I mean? We have our own ways we pose these figures. You don't even need to include.
Mike's like, we got our own Stony. Mike's like, we got our own Stony stands. We don't need any Hot Toy stands.
Are you plugging Stony stands? Very nice, acrylic. Love him.
That's your plugging. That's your boy. What do you mean? I'm doing you a favor. I never bought a single one.
What do you mean? He's a guy that I give $1,000 to make a bunch of stands for me.
All right, that's your boy. He could easily say, make them yourself.
Well, let me tell you, if he's my boy, he should be charging me less money. But God bless him. He makes a good little stand there. I like him.
See, there you go. So
you got the address again. I looked him up and I had trouble finding him for some reason. I was like, I couldn't read my.
Yeah, he goes. He has a company, but I mean, I would imagine you should find him under that Stony Stands name or.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it? Oh, I know. It's at the tip of my tongue.
It was like Burger or Purger.
Seth. Yeah, Seth something burger.
Stone Burger.
Stoneberger. Yes, because it's Stony Stance. Stoneberger. Seth Stoneberger, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep,
That's it.
that's his name.
Good dude.
Stony Stands, if you got business, message me for my kickback. As says, did Mike win a bet? Is
Weird.
that what happened? What bet? I don't get it. Mikey likes it. Hey, Mikey. Gina says the great. Gina, how many are you getting?
It's really
Gina,
few and far between the figures lately. So
Gina, how many are you getting?
it's a great head sculpt.
I want to know. Yeah, Gina, I want to know how many you're getting, and I don't want to hear zero.
It's a fantastic head sculpt.
Let's see. Nefty says Stony Stand is awesome. I'm assuming Nefty buys his directly from Jazz Inc. So Michael, 1 to 10 head sculpt.
Well, I'm not going to give it a Fabs 10.0, but I will give this
10.0.
a 9.0.
No way. This is a 10 all day long. Get out of here. Stop being ashamed of liking Hot Toys, okay?
You can't 10 it. You can't 10 it. It's got to like give me an orgasm for 10.
Well,
Do that.
Time and I have to do this. So are you psyoping again? Just let's make sure.
What is psyop? What are you talking about? Listen, Fjord. What are you talking about? You're deleting my articles in the group? Is that what you're talking about? I can't post one thing. I post one thing, I think, every 5 years, and he deletes it.
You're misleading the public in my group.
What do you mean misleading?
You're sending people to get scammed in collectors, and Hot Toys owners.
$250.
You didn't buy that there. Stop lying to the people.
I bought that right off of that.
Guys, this is a psyop. You're living it live right now. This is a psyop. Okay. He said okay. All right. So now, Jay, 1 to 10.
9 for sure. Look at that. Damn.
Yeah, it's so good.
She almost looks like that Jenner daughter, the hot one.
So I'm assuming you both are getting young Ahsoka.
No. Nope.
No.
I love that what they did with the strands there in the hair. And look at you can just, people say that like blocks your articulation a little bit. You can just take an air dryer to that, a hot hair dryer, warm that up, and you can move it.
A heat gun, not a hot gun. A heat gun.
Yeah, around my house, it's called a hair dryer.
Real hot. Be very careful if you use a heat gun because it will melt that mother effort.
Well, like a formal Home Depot heat gun. Yeah, you'll melt
it.
Thing.
That's what happened to X23's hair. The heat gun melted the hell out of it. That's why it looks like that. And I had no idea. All of a sudden, I'm like, why does it smell like burnt in here? And her hair was crunched up. I was like, no.
You know what I have? Like next to me, I have a Dyson heat fan. That's like a fan that's also a heater. So I always just turn the heater on, and I'm always just sculpting things on my stupid Dyson fan.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, it works good. And it filters the air, so I'm not, getting killed by the Hot Toys paint fumes.
Like I got a pleat in Lando's pants when he came in, and I didn't have a steamer yet at the time, so I just kept sticking them in the microwave.
The wrinkle releaser, that stupid spray. That would work.
That Justin's kit?
I don't know if it's Justin's kit, but my wife uses it on the kids all the time.
I don't even know what that is.
Downy wrinkle releaser? What do you mean? Never heard of that? Come on, someone back me up here. Downy wrinkle releaser. It's amazing.
Yeah. But
we live in a household where we don't use chemicals, so I don't know what that is.
But I'd put the pants in with like a little bit of water in a bowl, and I'd lay the pants across the top of it to steam them, and I would just nuke it for like 5 minutes, and it took forever, but it worked,
Cassandra, welcome.
Hello.
Saturday, welcome. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Welcome. Where's Peasant Brad?
Lemon 51, just like Brad.
Where's Peasant Bradley? All right, guys. So as you can see, we have this beauty, Jinx. Again, I don't know anything about her. Giovan, please, if you could ask that question again. So
Looks awesome.
The one thing I'm confused about is, so I thought this was a show, okay? And up here it says League of Legends, which I thought was a video game. So is this from a show or a video game? She looks like, obviously, that style of figure from the League of Legends line that Hot Toys is making. So that's what I thought it was. But then I'm like, Arcane. I'm like, but her name is Jinx. But what the hell's Arcane? Isn't it a show? So that's where I was like, what the hell's going on? So if somebody can explain what the hell this is from, if it's a show, if it's a video game, if it's what. But besides that,
the show is from the video. They have the video game, and then they made a show around it. And I guess there's a second season out now. But there was a big lapse between seasons. So the first season, I think, was probably 3 years ago, if I'm not right.
Giovanni says Arcane is a show based on. Oh, there you go. So that's why I was like, what the hell's going on? I gotcha. So Arcane is a show based on the video game. Beautiful. That Jinx is from the Netflix Arcane. Gotcha.
Sure, there's
Ryan, welcome. Nice to
I'm doing.
What's up, bud? Isn't there a sister to her too? I think.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about these people, but all I could tell you is she looks beautiful. When I first saw her, it was 3:00 in the morning, and I said, what is this? Again, I immediately thought it was from that video game, but I was like, Arcane. I was like, I was looking for something that told me.
You said this would go perfectly next to my Rodman.
So then I get to here, and I was like, ooh, I was like, that face. I was like, that's creepy. That looks cool. I was like, that shark looks badass. I was like, what is this? So, Jay, when you saw this, what went through your mind immediately?
I thought the shark. When I saw the shark, I thought this was from what's that game where they drop you out of the sky and then you kill each other as it closes in around you? Fortnite. That's what I thought this was. I'm not familiar with Arcane, but the fact that you're getting seamless with the tattoos, see, that's something they talked about. That now everybody stepped their game up to the medical grade silicone, and now you can tattoo on that. It doesn't come off. So,
you think this is 100% silicone body?
I think so. I don't see the seams. I mean,
right.
But the tattoos on there are on silicone. If that body's silicone, and this is the first time we're seeing it now from Hot Toys.
That's why I'm asking, because I don't think they're able to do that on silicone bodies, at least yet.
They weren't, but now they're using. That's why they keep specifying medical grade. Remember when I think it was the Maestro line for Caustic said it like medical grade, and we're like, why does everybody keep saying that? That's why. Yeah. Because now they can tattoo on this stuff, and it's. Oh
no, they said not medical grade. They said military grade. That's what they were saying. Military.
They better not say military grade. But
military grade means cheap.
A 30-year lifespan out of this silicone now is supposed to be the thing. So, like, if they put it in your titties, you better live, less than 30 years, or you're gonna have to get them replaced, like your tires on your car.
Oh no, that's crazy, Michael. So how do you like something like this? Is it exciting for you? Did you pre-order one of these two since you're on a roll with the pre-orders for once, or are you passing on this?
Well, let's get back to normal. Who gives a shit about this thing? And as Tui said, who asked for this? Who ordered this?
Wait. Before
pirate,
before you
out of here.
Wait, before you insult the entire chat.
It is garbage.
Before you insult the entire chat who loves all of this, okay?
Who loves it?
Let's the entire chat.
No.
Wait. Before you continue, let's talk about
men in capitalism.
Put up. Wait, do one of your polls.
Yeah, no, one of your polls. This is. I wish I could. William, if you're around, do a poll for me. What's the poll, Michael?
Who asked for this? Yeah.
Who asked for this? So
I think Tilly summed it up.
All right, for one second. All right, for 1 second. Let's stop insulting the figure. Let's look at the good things about it, right? So what do you like about the figure? Like aesthetically, like about the head sculpt, the eyes. Like I love the eyes, by the way. What do you like about it, if anything at all?
I mean, it's a figure.
Uh-huh. That's
There's
good.
nothing. Am I too old? There's nothing pleasing to this
Well,
cartoon goofy
so
thing
not
that
even
I
like
know nothing about. It's a property I know nothing about.
not even
There's
the
zero. I mean, I haven't even seen like a commercial for this. Like, I have no idea what this is. Like what you call it, Joker said. I would have guessed that this is like a character from the Fortnite video game if I had to guess.
right.
But I think that really shows our age because League of Legends is so fucking popular. I mean, it's enormously huge, and to us, it's nothing. So I think that is the thing. We're just old.
Know nothing about it. So
Well, I would like to see Mike order one of these just to give it a chance. I feel like he's very close-minded when it comes to, trying new things. Michael, what was it about X23 that made you jump so hard?
I mean, I wouldn't order this if it was $79.99.
What? Really?
Yep.
He doesn't know. See, he doesn't know art. Everything's a psyop. But let me tell you this:
where does this goofy thing go? I don't have a Rodman shelf. Like, I have nowhere to put something so goofy.
Wait, the moment that this figure comes out. Wait. The moment this figure comes out, and William sends him a coupon code. Remember this conversation because it'll be the best figure he ever got.
Right.
Remember this?
Like your bug man with his bug motorcycles, right? By the way, this girl would go perfectly with them.
Those guys were didn't like that.
So, wait, what'd you say, Jay?
I said those guys were great. Mike don't like them either, though. He's like,
Fabs just, it does drive me crazy that Fabs will like a figure or buy a figure just because he likes the figure. Like, he doesn't have to know anything about it, have no nostalgic connection.
Correct.
I have to have some kind of connection or like to the property. I don't just buy a figure because it's a cool figure. Like that.
I have.
Crazy.
But you're not. That's what happens when you're a collector. Like, I love, and I've made it very clear, I don't have to necessarily like the character. I love Hot Toys, and I know that the Hot Toys company is going to make that character an amazing figure. So that's why I buy things that I don't even know about because I know the figure's going to look cool, right?
Or just
but it has nothing to do with I need to have an attachment to the character so I could buy it. Like, no, absolutely not. We're collecting.
Could roll out a turd with sticks for arms and legs, and you'd buy it.
No way.
I mean, there's evidence of it. I have three Venoms on your Instagram. That's evidence of that.
What do you mean you got 3 Venoms?
What do you mean with those Venoms you bought?
He's going after Venom.
Wait, I don't get it. What do you mean?
I bought those
those big ones,
Venom figures from Hot Toys.
Yeah, the big ones. Yeah.
They're horrible.
No, they're awesome.
You and I love you. I do. You love Hot Toys, so you still support them, and you bought them in every single color.
Because they're 3 different Venoms, yes.
Yeah.
Cool. They're 3 different. So you got
that was 3 mistakes. I'm sorry. That was 3 errors.
You have Venom, which is gorgeous. You have Venom, which is a Carnage red version. And then you have Anti-Venom, which is the white version.
Oh, so you got Venom, Kenem, and Genom. I got it. Yeah. The Venom triplets.
They're beautiful. Okay.
No, it's like the crab Venom. It's like the crab Venom.
Guys, remember.
Or is it? No, wait. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. It's Iron Man Venom mixed in with.
Oh, Venomized Iron Man. Venomized Iron Man.
And he got released for $400, and then Hot Toys and Sideshow tried to sell him for $200, and no one would buy it even then. But it's an awesome figure, right?
Hey, did you see at Toy Federation somebody brought in a rescue Hot Toy? And the guy was like, he goes like $200 combined with the other thing he wanted to give him. So it was probably he was offering him like $100 for the thing. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Rescues the blue one, the blue girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pepper.
I like that one.
But it cracked so bad, like you can't even get rid of it.
So guys, just so you understand where Mike is getting at, like I said, when I got my burrito Iron Man from Disney, he was like, it's garbage. Who needs that? Blah, blah, blah. But then when William gave him a coupon code for $100 off, he was like, oh, this is the best figure I've been missing my whole life. So just understand that because he doesn't own something, when he doesn't own something,
he's mad that he spent $150 more than I did on that same figure and that same burrito.
So when he doesn't have something, he has to demonize
Do you
it.
want my
You know what I
burrito?
mean?
I'll
Like-
give you my burrito. I don't need it.
So you guys remember less is more? I think Mike had
You want a
something
double
to do with
beef
that.
burrito? I'll give you mine.
I think Mike had something to do with that because his psyops are strong. So, like I said, he
game is-
comes in talking about, oh, who cares about you spent Iron Man? Who
Psyop.
cares? And then William goes, here you go, and he's like, oh man, he goes, you know what? It is different. Meanwhile, when Hot Toys mentions a brand newly designed body, oh, what are you talking about? But when William gives him the coupon code and Justin sells it to him, then oh
Again,
man, Justin
I'm
said,
not going to pay
Justin said-
$450 for a couple of recolored panels. But if William sends me a coupon and, gives me a little push over the cliff, all right, he got me. He
So,
got me. And
guys,
look, and I can't even regret ordering it, but whatever.
See, another psyop. See, he goes from I don't need it to it's a great figure, it's different to I regret it. See the psyop, guys?
There's a
See how-
I'll have to admit, there is a little regret. I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't
See
even
how
know if it's good or
see
not.
how the psyop flows, guys? It goes like this. It's like a river. It just flows.
Look at- right? It comes in.
Oh,
Disney
man.
sends it in this big box, right? And then it's the zipper's in here, right?
Oh, look at you. Wait, you never opened it?
What's
Oh, so here's your burrito Iron Man.
Burrito Iron Man. Look at that. Wait till you open it. You're gonna wish you had it when I got it at 450, peasant. You're gonna regret being behind. All right, so let's go back to Jinx, since you jinxed this stream already.
Oh, that's her name, Jinx? Cool.
Her name is Jinx. So now, as you can see, you got seamless knees, as you can see so far. That's one thing I was looking for. See, you don't see any bumps. You don't see anything crazy. So it could be, Jay could be 100% right with the fact that this could be a 100% silicone or silicone-ish body, right? Because there's no seams on it whatsoever, not even at the knees. So that is
elbow, right? Because we got the Ahsoka where they swap out at the elbows too. So they could save money there because from the elbow down, you don't see anything. So that's probably not silicone, right? Like you said, the knees, if we can't see it because of those pants coming over, that doesn't mean there's no seam there. So there might actually, the legs might be plastic.
No. I just saw the seam. There's seams in the knees. It's right
Is there?
there. So, yeah, you can see that like a square edges on here. So you could see it's definitely not a silicone. But even so, if you pay attention to the legs, they look really nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. They look really cartoonish, really, really nice. It looks smooth. It looks like one piece.
Right there on the left. What is that?
That's a Band-Aid.
Their knee. There's a Band-Aid?
It's a Band-Aid. Yeah, it's like an X-shaped Band-Aid.
Oh,
This is crazy, guys. See it right here again? Here, let me see.
I don't know. I think this is awesome. But see, that's the thing. Mike's thing tracks for him. He likes realism and he likes to save money. So that
You know, another thing. You know what these figures remind me of? Remember Into the Spider-Verse, the last movie, the Across the Spider-Verse? This is what those types of figures remind me of too. Like this thing here. You know what I mean? Those long, lanky, tall figures, real thin looking.
slightly accentuated body types are a thing I like. Colorful, odd like this chick would play for Motley Crue and you wouldn't be surprised. You'd be like, yeah, she fits right in. Like it's got that cool thing and that shark gun. Like I don't know what's not to like about this other than that I know nothing about it.
You know what she looks like too? If you really like pay attention, she would look like an off-brand Harley Quinn too. You know what I mean? Like she could pass for like a
transmission thing going on.
Say it again.
Kind of looks a little like a dude sometimes when the other faces are on. So it's almost like she's a little amorphous little kind of Ace and Gary.
Yeah, but that's okay. You don't need to be xenophobic. Trump won, So
this reminds me of that stupid Johnny Silver stupid figure that came out.
Johnny Silverhand.
I'm sure you bought that one too, Fabs,
from
right?
Cyberpunk.
I wasn't into that.
Let me tell you something.
Did you buy that one?
If you don't own
Did you buy
Johnny
that one?
Silverhand from Cyberpunk to go with the motorcycle from who was it that made it?
You got it, didn't you?
Of course. I'm a collector, Michael. I don't do psyops. I'm not in this community psyoping the people. Okay, I'm here collecting.
You know what?
Okay?
You curate a collection. You don't buy every single thing that's ever made from the company. You buy it's finer. It's like look at if you were a wine enthusiast, you don't just go drink every goddamn bottle that comes out. You're
no. Correct. But
you buy every fucking wine on the shelf.
But when you're a true wine connoisseur, you obviously
you're guzzling out of the box, brother.
When you're a true professional hot toys collector, this guy is unbelievable. All right, so let's
that's another psyop. That's another psyop.
That's another psyop. So let's get finished with this topic since you don't care for it. So 1 to 10, 10 being obviously the best thing you've ever seen, better than X23, and 1 is a very low score.
Hit it.
Two.
0.
Oh, he said hit it. 0. I got you now. My slowness didn't pick it up. But now
he's bad now.
But now
0.0.
Unbelievable. All right. Where did Jay go? All right, Jay. I'm going to take it as you gave it a 9.
Yeah, he went to go pre-order this thing. He loved it.
He went to pre-order this thing.
He loved it. He said it. He said thin body, and it was not anything realism about this thing.
I said Feist and like, and he was like, I got to go. Guys, there's 44 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. All right, Jay. Oh, good. You're back. He's Mike said you pre-ordered this thing. Yeah, he said that's where you went. 1 to 10.
I don't know. I think the thing's pretty rad, man. I don't know what to say.
Look at Mike.
Let's hear it.
No,
it's about to score it. Shush.
I didn't get X23. I'm not getting this, but I do think it's awesome that they're making it. And
don't let him psyop you into feeling bad about this. If you like it, just be proud of liking it. What do you give it?
Stuff that isn't like my collection is all over the world. I love all kinds of shit.
Exactly.
So,
that's why don't let him put you down. Go ahead. How do you 1 to 10?
Give it a 9 though. I think it's pretty awesome.
Say a 9. Exactly. I give this a 10 all day long. Mike's the only non-collector here.
You know what? The fact that you just gave this thing a 10, look at veteran, rip it off the screen. I don't want to see it on a label again.
No, this is where you're wrong.
You're lying. You're lying to people now.
I call myself a veteran not because my judgment skills are great. I call myself a veteran because I've been around hot toys for many years.
You just gave Jinx from League of Shadows a 10.
Jinx. He said from League of Shadows.
Well, where is it from? Did you say that's what it was?
Oh my God! No, League of Legends, not League of Shadows. It's a League of Champions. Unbelievable.
Used to sing all my songs, but she'd get all the words wrong. So it's like she's trying, she's not quite there.
That is so funny. That is so funny. All right. So now, guys, real quickly, and we got some drama, like I said, so you don't want to go anywhere. Also, guys, we got this new, and I got some bad news for you guys. I got some bad news for you guys. For those who watch the streams often and frequently and usually. So this is announced by Flashpoint. For those who don't know, Flashpoint has been making really decent figures for years. They made an entire what's his name? Snyder cut a bunch of figures. So they made Deathstroke from that Nightmare scene. They made what was the girl's name? What was Aquaman's girlfriend? What's her name? Mara. Who else? There was
Sorry.
there was the Nightmare Flash that was diecast. There was that Nightmare Joker that came with the two head sculpts. One had like the little string of hair, like the Inart Superman, and then whatever the other, and then one had like the crown with the hair, and then some other. I forget what the other one was. I think it was just plain. Yeah, Deathstroke they did already. I mentioned Deathstroke. So they had a few, and not just that. They've made figures, other figures as well. They did a Spawn line as well, which the Spawn figure was beautiful. I don't have that Spawn. I ended up getting that big one that looks like a quarter scale. I was gonna get that 6-1, the 6-2, but I was like, I don't need to. So as you can see, guys, they made the Cowboy Deadpool that I told you guys was going to be made by Hot Toys. The reason why I'm telling you guys this bad news is because there hasn't been anything made by Flashpoint that was ever made by Hot Toys. So that's why I'm saying the fact that they jumped into this, they most likely know that Hot Toys isn't making this, which is why they're even bothering to make it. Because why this, out of all of the Deadpool figures that they could have picked, right? Out of all the variants, why this one?
Exactly. Why?
You know what I mean? Right. So why didn't they make Lady Pool like Toys R Us did years ago? Right? Why didn't they make Kid Pool? Why didn't they make Baby Pool? Why didn't they make something else? Why didn't they make Nice Pool, for example? Because I have a feeling, again, like I said, Hot Toys is going to make that. Why? You don't think they're going to jump on they wouldn't jump on Nice Pool if
they
if
can't
they
jump on Nice Pool. They don't have the skills to make Nice Pool.
What do you mean?
They don't have the sculptors to make Nice Pool.
Since when have you seen a third-party company care about their skills?
This is a perfect third-party figure because it's garbage. I put a cowboy hat on a Deadpool figure.
No. Fine. I'm not saying this is great. Okay,
That's why
fine.
they did it, right? Easy
No,
peasy. Like,
absolutely.
You really thought Hot Toys was going to waste their time putting a cowboy hat on a Deadpool figure?
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe they would, but
absolutely they do, and you'll be the first one complaining about it. But that's not the point. The point is that this is, like you said, this is a very cheap looking figure. It looks cheap already. Right? You could tell the materials, like, look, this looks like it's like, it looks like it's supposed to look like it's real leather at least, but it just looks cheap. Look how it's folded already. Look at the color of the suit, how that weird dark rubbery look, the chaps. So I don't know what to expect. At least look at the articulation on that arm. My God, look at that thing. So again,
how long before we get an outfit? What is there? Chaps, a holster, vest, bandolier.
The bandolier, and then that's it. And the boots. The boots. The boots
why don't you
the
take all that and put it on a regular Deadpool figure?
That's my point. Is how soon before we get this package, we get this outfit? Like Topo, you mean? Yeah. Before somebody puts it out. But it'll be a cheaper one. It'll be like, it won't be Topo. It'll be some bullshit.
That's a possibility if they could get it to, if they could get it tailored to fit the Deadpool figure properly, absolutely.
Because that's all I see people saying. Like, if Hot Toys did do this, like Mike was saying, he's like, what am I going to buy this figure again just with a fucking cowboy hat on? It's like, you got to sell somebody. You can't just sell them another Deadpool just with a few added shirts.
That's why this is perfect. A third party doing it for under $200. This is
like what, 170 or something like that? Is that what it was?
That makes sense.
Yeah, which again, it tells me it's not going to be high quality. I still pre-ordered it, so I pre-ordered this thing real quick because again, see, guys, don't. When it comes to collecting, don't listen to Mike. He doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
I did say to myself when I saw it, I'm like, Fabs is getting this stupid thing. I know that.
Well, no, of course, because that was like my favorite looking one out of the whole crew. What'd you say, Jay?
Is the hat detachable? How cheap is it? Is it?
Well, that's another thing. So it doesn't look like it is. They haven't showed you anything. Here are the blades that everybody was excited about when. Hold on.
Yeah, why give the cowboy the blades?
It's a bonus for you to use on whatever the hell you want. So here it is with the blades. Where is it? Here it is. So here is, as you can see, it has nothing to do with with the cowboy figure is just they're giving you the blades to use with your standard Deadpool figure. So it's just a bonus. It has nothing to do with
is that figure right there that they're picturing? Is that their figure?
No, this is the standard Deadpool. That's what they're showing you that you can use this.
I was going to say, can you strip all the cowboy stuff off and make him a Deadpool?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Who did the original claws that we saw with the metal skeleton?
That was a third-party customizer.
It wasn't.
That was like one person did it. Like one person doing it.
Also, an option too. If you want to get this figure, and then you got that bones, and you can put those claws on your standard Deadpool, your Hot Toys Deadpool.
Right, you could get that whole kit. Yep, you could get that whole kit with the bones and the skeleton and the skull and all that stuff. Yep, I don't need any of that, so I'm not worried about that. Even these claws, these free claws that you get when you pre-order this, they don't even look like your standard claws. Remember that the custom ones, the ones from the movie, first of all, were 100% pure chrome, right? Same exact. They look exactly the same as the customizer made them. Then you got Hot Toys. They look red, so they look like they're already bloodied up, battle damage from him already wearing them during the fight. And these look like also they're battle damage because they're dark. They don't even look red; they just look dark. So I'm assuming it's just another battle damage look to the what do you call it, to the claws, to the gauntlets.
Or they're just
huh?
Or they're just cheap and shitty. I mean, this is a third party.
Oh no, it's gonna be cheap and shitty. The only thing is, here. So, body ×1, mask, head ×1, cowboy hat, battle suit, vest, genuine leather. So there you go. It is genuine leather. That's why I said it looks like real leather, but it looks kind of cheap just from the way it's folding, because they obviously, a third-party company is not going to treat leather properly to make it look how it's supposed to. Cowboy leather pants. Also, the chaps are leather pants too. What? So that's a great price for $169. Bandolier, belt, gun holster belt, cowboy boots, scarf, hands, revolver, 2. Stand 1, pre-order gifts, 2 claws. So it is real leather, guys.
So check it out then. Wait a minute. So either the leather they're giving you, because the price is cheap, so either the leather they're giving you is shit and it's going to peel quick.
It looks cheap. Absolutely. It looks cheap.
Or making leather products is so dirt cheap and everybody else charging us for it like it's some special fucking thing is bullshit. So
so here's the thing. No. Stop. Don't. Mike, it's not time for a psyop yet. Hold on. So here's the thing.
Could be a little of both, right?
No. Here's the thing.
Exactly that.
Here's the thing. Go to any given furniture store and just compare the price of a material couch to a leather couch. Which one's more expensive? Naturally, the leather. So overall, there's your answer right there. Leather is more expensive. The issue is, are there different qualities of treating the leather? Absolutely. So now, are you going to get top-notch leather treating for a $169 figure? Absolutely not. But can you get leather on it? Clearly, we're getting leather on it. Now, the quality of the leather. Do you know how many different types and different qualities of leather there are? I don't. But I can tell you there are. This is not your standard one type of leather that they're using on a couch and they're going to use it on a Deadpool by Flashpoint.
These aren't artisan cows. These are regular cows.
Artisan cows.
Well, about the tanning, like the football you get isn't the same leather as the leather jacket you get. Like it's been processed differently.
It's been processed differently.
Yeah, this is
because Mike wants you to say, the value of leather is the same as a cloth T-shirt. That's what he's expecting.
The leather that they use on any of these figures is the same. It's the same.
No, right. It's correct. It's not top notch.
Clothing grade leather.
Correct. It's not top. Well, it's toy grade leather.
I don't even think it's toy grade. Again, I bet you it's giant sheets that are cut down into tiny little vests.
So with all things being equal, my point about all that is, with all things being equal, and if the leather on this is the same as the leather you get on Hot Toys and everything, blah blah blah, the only difference is what they pay for likeness rights. So that means
correct
to get so and so's portrait so we could make the portrait of the year for Mike, that chick we just had on. Like, you're telling me that costs an extra $100-something per figure per person? That's a lot of money. But
I would say that. I always said that $100, $80 to $100 is what a head sculpt adds to a figure.
it's around there for sure.
Because
Because
think about the labor that goes into it, the whole sculpting process to get that right, the paint. There's a lot of, I think, that goes into getting that right. And then, like you said, the rights, the likeness rights that you got to pay on it.
But like but that's what kills me is that like some of these figures are just like one of the Loki figures with all the way the panel lines of the leather overmatched and all that. That's all stuff that these little seamstresses, whatever you call them, they have to do, right? That's a trade that requires skill to do all that stuff, right? So if you're paying the same for that in a Jedi, that's just a figure with like some draping robes, it doesn't require nearly as much work to put that outfit together. You would think one would be cheaper than the other, but they rarely are.
No. So
it's almost as if they're just going to give you they don't have to justify their cost in the material all the time. Sometimes
Hammerstein, don't stop.
Eric, how are you, my friend? Welcome. I didn't even notice you were in here. Nice to see you. Where'd you go? Where is he? Where is he? Where are you, Eric? Eric, here you are. Where's Eric? Eric! Eric, where are you? Eric! Where are you, Eric?
Did you ever see that video?
I lost you. I lost you, Eric. I lost you.
I mean, this is an accessory figure. Who's really getting this unless you're really building that dio of all those Deadpools and you're going to do that little scene where they're all marching together. Like, I mean, I'm a Deadpool fan, but I'm not that big of a Deadpool fan where I need.
See, I just think it's going to look insane to have those 50 Deadpools. You know what I mean? If you do, like, obviously you're not going to have 50 Deadpool, but just the whole family, right? And then you got this extra one. I don't know. I think it's going to look.
See, I'm with you. I think you can go up to the family because I mean, I could eventually do that. Like, I could see myself getting Lady Deadpool and the kid Deadpools. Like, that's right. I think as far as I'd go.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely getting those.
It's like I said the other night. How cool would it be to have X-23 with Wolverine having Thanksgiving at the Deadpool family's house, and you have a little 1/6 table there with chairs and whatnot. And
okay, stop.
And of course, Mantis has to be there. Let me see.
You're not playing with your figures. Stop.
You're not playing with the figures. All right. I lost Eric, but let me say hello to Eric real quick because I don't know where he went. Eric, where'd you go, Eric? Eric, welcome, Eric. Where are you, Eric? Eric, where'd you go, Eric? Here we go. Eric, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you.
What's up? Eric knows Rammstein. He's a metalhead.
Fabs, how dare you pass by my chat? What chat? What are you talking about? Let me see. Let me see what this peasant's saying. Let me see what this peasant's saying. On the count of three, I need everyone in the chat to tell Fab stop buying figures and save for cases. Can you imagine telling a true professional collector to stop collecting? Only a peasant would do something like that. Unreal. Unreal. Only a non-collecting peasant would tell a professional collector to stop collecting for what? So you could catch up to me? You peasant? Unbelievable. What do you think this is? FabsFigures versus TK421 on YouTube? Never. Oh my God. All right. So now, Jay, what do you find exciting about the figure? What do you like about the figure, if anything? Are you getting this at all or no?
He's cool looking. Again, I don't think it's going to be the highest quality, and things probably going to fall apart in a couple of years. But I don't know if it's your thing, man. What the hell? They're giving you claws and shit. I mean, he does look cool. It's just objective. cool looking.
Forget Mike is here for a second. Pretend he's not here. Go ahead. How do you really feel?
Oh, I don't have a use for him. I just think it's kind of just there.
No, because I feel like you felt differently before Mike Psyop kicked in, and now you're like, like who cares? You know what I mean?
Like I said, it looks cool. That's it. Like, what else?
Oh my
How many other variants are you going to get? You get nice pool, you're going to get this, and then like after that, it starts drying up, right? What are you going to
No,
get?
I think that's it. I think, like I said, I expected a battle damage, a clean Wade Wilson, burnt, a battle damage Wade Wilson burnt, and then obviously clean pool and also Wade Wilson with the hairpiece. Right. So now I don't think we're getting the battle damage at all. I can guarantee you that. I would be shocked if we get a battle damage because I feel like the one with the burnt head sculpt is the battle damage, will be the battle damage one. And now that they made that head sculpt, you better believe they're going to reuse that. And the only way to reuse that is by making the Ryan Reynolds figure of him, wearing the blonde toupee and, the regular outfit. So, with the Hawaiian shirt, I believe. So that is probably going to be some type of, Hot Toys Toy Fair exclusive or some type of celebration piece, something limited as well, to make people, go crazy for that. But I don't think we're getting a battle damage at this point, even though it's it's very easy to just paint some battle damage on the head sculpt. I don't think so. How are they going to, where are they going to put that? On what body? We got the clean version already with the golden guns, right? That was the original exclusive. Then we have now the one with the head sculpt, which is, the dirty version, the battle damage version. And obviously we got the Wolverine with the mask, and then we got the TVA, which is their battle damage version of that. So I don't think we're getting anything else. I think that's it. So
is Ash getting, this is his thing. This is his day. Is he getting this or what?
Yeah, Ash. Are you jumping on this? Did you pre-order this already at all? Let us know in the chat. Michael, if you liked Deadpool, okay, a little bit more, would this be something appealing? Or do you think that it's redundant with so many Deadpools?
I've said it all along on figures like this. This is an accessory figure. This is not a core figure.
Right.
This is an accessory. This is something to put behind your Hot Toy figure or to the side to make your Hot Toy figure a little better, have a little bit more presence, have that shelf, have a little bit more presence. Gotcha. So he's not going to be in the front. He's not going to be up right there in your face. You're not going to get a whole front view. And if he is, sorry for your collection.
Sorry for your collection.
Our resident Deadpool fan ain't getting it either. Look at this.
Yeah, see, even he's not getting it, which, I get it, because there are a lot of people who, for example, Ash may love Deadpool, but he may not be a third-party collector at all. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he loves Deadpool, but he's not a third-party collector. He's, he may be a Hot Toys purist like me, but even though I buy third-party, some people just strictly love.
What about $120? Would you buy it for $120? I
think I would.
What is? That's what I'm saying. Like if these don't sell well, like they do get down that low on eBay. Like they'll get
60.
Let me tell you something. Everything,
right?
169. Everything Flashpoint so far has sold out, and it's increased in price on eBay. So anytime I've missed out, I missed out on the.
That's an artificial metric, though.
Well, no, I'm just telling, because he's saying that the figures, go lower in price when they don't sell well. But anything Flashpoint so far,
it's a little different, because at Flashpoint, I would agree. Like that Flash figure, was all metal,
right? Diecast.
Let me tell you, that figure's garbage. I mean, it is. I have it.
No, it is.
Metal. I love the metal to it, but it's
useless. It's useless. It's a useless figure. It's a
but
useless figure.
Say is that I don't think the quality is emblematic of the fact that these things retain their value. I think it's just the rarity. They're making odd figures that nobody else is going to touch.
Correct. And that's why I can tell you that Hot Toys is not making this, because Flashpoint does not get involved in figures that Hot Toys is making. And that's how I could tell you right now, Hot Toys is not making it. And if they make it, out of left field, because they would never make this knowing that Hot Toys will make it down the line. We got a hello from Michael, my friend. I apologize. Welcome.
Who's Michael?
You up there. Plus, this is lagging like crazy. So, come on. It's lagging. This is the problem. It's a Psyops. No, this thing is so annoying. There we go. Michael, welcome.
I'm doing.
No, Howard's the king of the peasants. Mike.
It's all right. He sees me as Howard. It's okay. See, Mike?
Tell him I'm not the king.
See, Mike? All right. So like I said, one thing, this time I'm going to display mine. You ready? I'll show you right now. I just saw it. I'm like, oh, this looks beautiful. Just like this. Bandana over the face. Look at that. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yep. Don't copy me when William gives you a $50 coupon code. So also, guys, now for what you guys all been waiting for.
They used to look like that train robber look, and then Antifa went and fucked that all up, and now just look like little annoying college kids when I see that.
What's that?
All right, so
the hood, the thing over the face used to be a cool look. It used to be like a train robber or like.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yep. Exactly. I always thought about it like ninja stuff. You know what I mean? Like you were always like a ninja.
Now I see somebody wearing that, I want to knock it off their head, and I'm like, go get back to class and stop learning about how to destroy your country.
Yep. No, and the worst part is, Mike votes for these people. So the first complaint. All right. So here is the first complaint. Let me just make sure, because I don't want Mike screaming about this. Because it's, he's partly to blame. So first and foremost, let's do this.
Hold on. Is this the Fuhrer? Is this the Fuhrer Fabio letting us know what?
Yeah, this is. Let's start with the mild.
Fabs is Mein Kampf. Here we go.
So, as you can see here, and we went over this a couple of days ago, but just with Mike here, so you guys, so he understands maybe in person. So as you can see, Modok Mike, this is Mike on Facebook, and it says someone grabbed this. Okay, so he saw this post on Hot Toys Owners. Hot Toys Owners is a group that has like 30K members. Okay, the problem is that the admin in there is the same. 5 admins that run that group is the same person, right? So Mike, as you guys have been listening all night and every other Saturday when he comes on, he doesn't really collect. He's not really active anymore. So what happens is he sees this and he sees this figure is great for this price, which it is. And that's how they get you to fall for the scam in the group. So then the guy you'll message him and say, hey, I'll take the figure. Hey, if you pay me friends and family, I'll lower it to 300 or 275.
Friends and family? Who would do that? Who's dumb enough to do that?
It happens all the time. What do you mean?
No one pays friends and family.
Everybody pays friends and family. That's my point. Everybody guess what? If nobody was doing it, nobody would be getting scammed anymore. People get scammed left and right still right now.
Well, so, not in our group. Not in our group. Then.
All right, not in our group, but that's my point. People still doing it. So the moment somebody who doesn't know sees this post and the guy says, hey, if you pay friends and family, I'll lower it, $50, $40, $60. Hell yeah. Boom. You just lost $270. So that's how they get you.
You know for a fact that this guy's a scammer. You know for a fact.
Let me tell you something. I know for a fact. I know for a fact. And please, anybody in the chat right now, let me know if you know anything about this group.
You're a crazy person. Okay. That I put out. I simply suggested a figure that was at a good price, and you're accusing me of trying to scam essentially the group because there's a 28,000 member group, and it's an entire scam.
That's not what I'm
saying. All 28,000 people are in on the scam. I get it.
That's not what I said. Guys, I'm not saying that Mike is
insane.
Guys,
it's crazy.
Michael, before you put words in my mouth, I am not saying that you're telling people to get scammed. I'm saying your lack of experience and knowledge and involvement in the community is going to get somebody robbed. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, but the whole point is this.
Well,
So
no,
the
wait,
guy,
wait, it wouldn't get anyone because you deleted it immediately.
Well,
so
wait,
listen,
the one you have in your possession. Did you get that from this guy?
no,
Guy.
he did. Are you? That's his figure. What are you talking about?
That's
Anyway, so so the point is that I started posting in that group. Okay, I would post every day, just like I post everywhere else. My all my personal stuff. So I started posting in the group. Let me tell you something. Before I started posting in that group, I never had anybody make a fake account with my name and my pictures ever before posting in that group. There's a page out there, FabsFigures. He stole pictures from another Instagrammer. He took my pictures as well. He took pictures from other people's pages and created a whole page as if it was his. For what reason? To scam. And that only happened ever since I started posting in that Hot Toys owners group. So I can guarantee you that admin is a scammer 1 billion%. Like I said, there are people in here that should know that also.
Did he use the actual photos that you put in that?
Of course, absolutely.
It's called the internet. Like there's scammers everywhere. Just because I see a good deal and I throw it in the group. Look, everyone has a responsibility not to act like a moron and pay people, friends, and family. So look, by sending that off to say, hey, here's a good deal. Of course, I expect people to use their brain and not buy something, friends and family, and buy something off the cuff like that. You know, you got to do your due diligence. I would ask,
no.
Show me a quick pic. You know, show me. Show me. You know what? You FaceTime me really quick. Just show me you got the figure. That's easy enough to do. FaceTime me real quick.
Correct. To you, right?
You don't know.
No.
You don't know that guy's a scammer. You had a crazy experience in that group where someone made up a fake Fabio profile and your panties are in a bunch about it, and now everyone's a fucking scammer? Come on. That's crazy.
Guys, listen to Mike.
And then he deletes my thing. Look at I only posted one thing every 5 years. Now it's 0.
Yeah,
so don't worry.
He never posts in the groups ever. And that's why he's upset because he's taking it. No, he never posted in any group. Never. But he's taking it as a personal.
That was my one chance.
He's taking it as a personal insult and attack, which it wasn't. It was
I'm not.
It's saving people's money.
I swear to God, I'm not. I don't take it personally. I'm not. No. But you're that wasn't a scam. I understand what you're maybe saying, that you had experience.
I'm not saying that one. I'm not saying
someone
that
scammed
one.
you or someone made up a profile about you. But that doesn't mean. I mean, it's the internet, Fabs. You know, of course, anything you buy on the internet, on Facebook, you got to be super careful these days.
Guys, you notice the Psyop again? You notice how he throws in these words?
God.
You notice how he throws in these words like, you know, like just because you and just because this. These are the Psyop keywords. These are the Psyop keywords. So this is what he doesn't understand, okay? I didn't delete it because that post was a scam. No. I deleted it.
Hello. I'm in an echo chamber.
Because I knew that people wouldn't know that group is one big scam. I didn't delete it because Mike. Because of Mike at all.
Hold on, listen. TW has scammed 1,000 people. Right. Mike's good experiences with TW.
Didn't scam me.
Right. So if he promotes something from TW in the group, do you take it down? Because Mike's had good experiences with him.
He will.
But I think
let me tell you something. Mike would never do that.
He would delete it in a second.
But
let me tell you something. Mike would never do that. Okay, number one. Why wouldn't he do that? Because he knows that even though he didn't have a bad experience, he knows that there's a problem with our website.
1/6 evolution is like Blue Sky.
What was it?
Stupid. Oh my God.
Look, he had good experiences. So
never scammed once, got my stuff. And look, again, I'm not a douchebag where I'm complaining 3 days after my order. Where's my figure? Where's my stuff? I haven't heard anything. You know, you're right. I'm a patient guy. I'll wait 2-3 months. Is it as long as you get it to me?
2-3 months. How about that back computer? How many years is that? 2-3 months. What are you talking about?
5 years. Yeah, and look at that.
There you go. 2-3 months.
Let people post about Jazz Inc. in the group.
Say
Do you
again?
let people post about Jazz Inc. in the group?
I don't think anybody posts. No, I don't think anybody posts about
What
Jazz
if
Inc.
Nefty posted something in the group about Jazz Inc.? Would you delete it?
I would probably block it. Let me see.
I couldn't believe you deleted it though. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
thank you for keeping us safe. If someone from your group had gotten scammed from following link, the community would have tried to drag you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I deleted it. I know he doesn't understand.
Right.
He doesn't understand because
it's a scam.
In his brain, it's like, well, I don't collect anyway, so who cares what happens to these people? But I'm involved. What?
But of a group of 28,000 people,
28,000, Jay.
You can't honestly think that everybody in that group is a scam artist. There's got to be people in there that
no, obviously not everyone, but like 99%. So we have
27,800 people.
Oh my god, unbelievable. Now see, thank you. The meme Lorian knows exactly why it was done. So thank you for understanding. So now, guys, also we have
Thank you. Fabs protected you guys from me and my recklessness. Thank him right now.
See
He's
what
your
happened?
savior and father. Thank him, please.
And father.
Thank him.
He said it's your savior and father. Unbelievable.
Praise him in his glory.
Yeah.
55 of you guys in here, hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. So here we got some news, guys. We got some crybabies, some inner crybabies. Remember, bringing this back. When somebody from Inart said, "Oh, the crybabies from Hot Toys." No. Again, the only people who cry are the Inart losers. Okay, the Inart tools. Okay, buying this garbage. Okay, so here we have a complaint. Does anyone have the same problems with the Batman magnets? Do I have to completely unscrew the construction to insert the magnet? These people don't even know how to use these figures because they're stupid.
Insert a magnet.
This is the base of, I guess, the Batman figure by Inart. And they had this new mechanism where you have a magnet that slides up and down the figure. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but clearly these people don't even know how to use that on top of that. So
it works great. How does some idiot fuck that up? It works great.
User error, I think.
But user error explains a lot. There's idiots.
Bob says it's a scam group. Can't trust anything from there. Thank you, Bob. But you're wrong. Just listen to Mike. Mike knows. Okay, stop.
Well, I can vouch. I don't want to say things that go on behind the scenes because I don't know what you want shared. But I can vouch now that he's saying that you guys have been watching those dudes for quite a long time.
What do you mean?
That group. There's been a lot.
Believe me.
What's the name of the group again? Just let's do a PSA. What's the name of the group?
Hot Toys Collectors. Hot Toys Collectors. Hot Toys Owners.
Hot Toys Owners. Group of 30,000 people.
Yes.
And you're saying any post in that group?
I'm not saying that. So here's the psyop again, guys. Here's the psyop. I never said. I'm telling you.
How are you not saying that?
Look at the posts on there. I said you got to be careful with the posts on there because the admin has a bunch of burners, so you never know who.
So you're saying the admin? I forwarded an admin burner post. You know that the name is an admin burner account.
I don't know who the person is, but
exactly
anybody from there is a red flag. Is my point.
It could have been a legitimate.
It could have been, absolutely. I never said it wasn't. But to avoid a problem,
is it not crazy? Is it not just a little tiny bit crazy to assume it's a scammer? Just a little, just a tiny, because you don't know. I don't know either. You don't know.
Well,
I get it. I get that you're saying the group is scammers, but you're going completely way left.
We're living
Super
in a
far
world.
left.
We're living in a world where psyops are the norm now. Okay, so
we are living in a world where people buy food buckets. I know.
Well, so here's the thing. Because I know in the world I live in, I am very self-aware and aware of my outside and everything that's my surroundings and everything that is in front of me. So I have to watch myself. So because I watch myself, I'm going to try to watch others whenever I can. You, on the other hand, because you're not involved, you're not collecting.
You're the guy who pays shipping and tax on every one of his figures is telling me he is aware of his surroundings. Is this really happening right now?
So here's another psyop. Now we go from one topic
really
to shipping to tax and shipping. Pay attention to how the psyop happened in your face, guys. We went from one topic to tax and shipping. You see what happens? That's a psyop. You're watching it live. You're watching it live.
It's okay. I mean, I kind of knew that, but I love you though for it.
See? Exactly. I know what you do. I know why you do what you do. Don't tell me. Guys, there's 55 of you guys. Gonna hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Also, guys, another complaint. Anybody one more complaint?
All this time, and you haven't realized that Fobs is fucking completely crazy by now.
I mean, I try to think that he's not.
I mean, I mean anybody in the chat. Like, if you're just tuning in, like, come on, you had to have been here longer than 3 minutes to figure that out.
All right,
but you're right. That was 100% a scam, guys.
That's not what I said. But you know psyops. You know what psyops do, guys. So remember,
this is the psyop wink scam.
Thanks, there's a ton of public service announcements about that group, too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So he could say that it wasn't. He could say that it was. I never said that specific post was a scam. I never said anything. I said Mike is misleading people to this group. I never said.
Why not let on my post just write, "Hey Mike," or "Hey everybody," just be a little careful.
Because
this could be good, it could be not. But no,
because I'm going to tell you. Because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
One-tick devolution as a strict policy.
I'm going to tell you why. I know you don't think about this, but I associate with you. Okay, if you're sending people to,
I'm going to buy that. I really should have bought that freaking figure.
Listen,
prove you wrong.
Listen, I associate with you. If you're in the community, if you're in the group, okay, sending people to a well-known scamming group, that does not look good for you. And because I associate with you, it doesn't look good for me.
How am I sending you to a group?
Therefore,
I'm sending you to a dude.
No, you're correct. So why don't you just take the post? Why don't you just take the post and the guy's information and say, "Hey, this guy's selling this here." You tagged the whole group twice. That's what I deleted.
Dude,
not your post.
What's unbelievable is that you don't know if it's a scam or not. You don't know.
I don't know that specific
every referral that were to ever come up, if it came from that group, you would delete it because you're
absolutely
unsure.
Absolutely. I want to tell you why.
That's wildly nuts.
It could be wild all you want, but because I know that there's a lot of scamming going on in the group, why would I even play with the group? That's my point.
That's stupid.
That's my point.
But I mean, like I said, I'm not too involved, so I don't get. I'm not. My panties are not.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want anybody from the group. Let's say people in the group didn't know about that group existing, right? Which is a possibility, right? There's 2,200 plus members in my group now, right? We don't know who's in there. We don't know how many noobs are in there. They see that post. Oh, what the hell is that group? I've never seen this group. Let me go in there. Boom, there's a possible scam. That's my point. That was it.
I see your point. Look, odds are someone would have signed over power of attorney and lost their entire wealth. Maybe had a couple of credit cards.
Power of attorney. All right, see guys, here's the psyop. Here's the psyop. Here's the psyop. So now we go from one topic to power of attorney. Now we go to power of attorney, which again, we're not talking about anything legal, but he brings power of attorney in because again, psyop. You guys have to understand.
No, you saved them. Thank God you're there.
Whenever there's a psyop here by Mike, you guys will know firsthand. What? What'd you say? What'd you say? So, all right, guys. So here we have another Hot Toys Killer sale. Okay. So as you can see, we got an Inart Joker rotted 2-pack because it is rotted for $650. Remember, these peasant things were $1,000 and they were supposed to be the Hot Toys Killer, and they were going to hold value to the end of time, and these were going to be the most expensive resale value figures in the world, and they're $60, $100, and $650, and it's garbage, as you can see. Michael, are you excited to place a bid on this, or are you skipping the Inner Joker?
Kind of looks like a scam.
See, guys, another Psyop. So now what happens is, because the topic is over now, the topic will continue to be brought over to any other topics because that's the Psyop. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unreal. We got Derek. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the madness. Happy Saturday. Good to see you. Welcome. Oh my.
Your timing is just chef's kiss tonight, buddy.
That's so funny. All right. So go ahead. Since Michael's not collecting this week, Jay, what about you? How do you like this? Do you think this is something that would interest you? Remember, again, obviously it's used now, but it was $1,000 from the Hot Toys Killer company. Again, it's rotted, as you can see, for $650. Is this something you expected after being told by the know-it-all YouTubers in the beginning that this was the future of collecting?
Yes, because shiny new thing always gets the thing, and right now the Hot Toys version is the shiny new thing.
No,
so
but
everybody's
fine.
for this.
But value-wise, right? Remember that if you're calling something the best thing in the world and better than Hot Toys and the Hot Toys Killer and the better, they make better quality figures than Hot Toys and they make better everything than Hot Toys. How does a product go from $1,000 brand new to $650 used when it was supposed to have all this resale value?
Because it shows you that it's all hype and bullshit. That's what it shows you.
Exactly. Thank you. And that's my point, guys. Anytime you see your favorite YouTuber, remember, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 54 of you guys in here. Less is more. If your favorite YouTuber has more than 100 watching, they're a peasant and they don't collect. Less is more. We were taught this over a year and a half ago. So anytime you see more than 100 in any stream, they don't collect and they smell like garlic because less is more. And I was told that. So also
cheese.
And you forgot if there's 30,000 people in a group, scam group.
See, another Psyop, guys. So again, it'll be brought
30,000 scammers. That's the
60,000 units by Hot Toys. 52 watching, hit that like collectors. Yes, guys, hit that like button if you haven't yet. So, Michael, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about, again, the YouTubers?
I've never once looked at an Inart figure. Not one time ever in my life.
I know.
The only time I look at it is when you bring it up, and I hate it.
Correct. It's like I hate it. But my question to you is this, okay? This is my question to you.
Go ahead.
My question to you is, after listening to all of the professional YouTubers and, not high-end, professional collectors that YouTube as well, they're very knowledgeable. They've been around for many, many years. That's why, less is more. So how do you think that the conversation went from this is the Hot Toys Killer to now the $1,000 pieces at $650? What does that tell you personally about the product, about the company, about the lying sacks of shit YouTubers?
I've only heard it from you out of your mouth that people were saying that
saying what?
People were professing some.
I'll see it, guys. Another Psyop. Suddenly he doesn't watch other streams. Suddenly he doesn't listen to nobody else. Now it only comes.
That's 100% fact. That's 100% true.
That is so not true because you almost got in trouble.
I've never heard anyone claim that Inart is the Hot Toys killer. I've never heard that. Anyone
Right.
ever say that?
So guys, so as you can see, again, not involved in the community, really doesn't know what's going on.
Who said?
Really
Is there a lot of people that used to say that or did
Oh,
say that when these things came out?
every single YouTuber, yes.
Every
So-
YouTuber did?
Every YouTuber, yes. So as you can see, guys, he's not involved. He doesn't really know what's going on in the community. He's just misguiding you guys, misleading you. So if you see a post by Mike next year or the following, because that's the last
You
post of
won't
the
see
year,
a post by Mike. Don't worry.
that was the post for the year. Again, next one will be 2025,
I'll
2026,
protect you guys.
2027 if we're lucky. Again, by then probably cyber attack, there'll be no computers. But it's just that he needs to understand that you have to be more involved if you want to be able to guide collectors. You know what I mean? So would you like
But
to?
no, I guess I've never heard people. No, I really haven't. And like you said, they're too new, and I have not paid them any mind. So no.
So, but it has happened. I don't just make up things. I don't just say things that don't exist.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you're making it up. I don't. But I mean,
No, that's what I'm
again, I
saying.
haven't heard it. That's all.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I don't want you to think that it's like made up.
But just not interesting figures, right? You know, I don't like that Joker. Too many times they've done that Joker, and they did the Superman, right? So
right,
got a couple of those.
That's another piece of shit figure that people are saying it's the greatest thing. It's better than Hot Toy. Like, no, like absolutely not.
This is the thing. I think he misconstrued something I was saying. I'm not saying that this is all bullshit. It was all built on the hype of. Well, it is in a way, but I mean, not just. Everybody expected this thing to be so mind-blowingly different, and it's like there's only so many things you can do to a figure to make it any better or mind-blowing. So everybody was like, "This thing's going to be amazing. We're going to get it rooted, and we're going to get all the special fabrics and blah blah blah." And now here it is a year later, and Hot Toys is putting out the same exact thing, if not a little bit better. So people are like, "Well, now all the hype has died down," and as you can see, the hype was worth about $500 because now the market has set itself. It's settled, the hype settled, and now the market is reset and settled at about this level, which is $650. So that's what it really, the value is. It didn't depreciate to this. This is what it always was. And if you paid more for that, you paid for hype. So
I think you're right, Joker. I think we're gonna see it with artisan figures too.
Absolutely. But
You know
to get,
I don't know. 550, 600 is I don't think is a long-term value on 1/6 figures. It can't be.
Let me tell you something. How can you even remotely say anything close to that? When you have, and this is where I come at Yost with the $1,000 2-pack and the $1,000 Joker 2-pack when they came out. None of it is worth $1,000. That's number one. And you can add 2 figures to it all you want. It still doesn't make it $1,000. That's number 2. Number 3, okay? This is the main issue. Hot Toys, the reason why Hot Toys, I feel, at least, and I expect the artisan figures from Hot Toys to do well, okay? Number 1, certain amount of number worldwide, okay? So limited number. Number 2, they're $600. Obviously, depending on what it is, $500 to $600. And I know that because I just paid for mine. I paid William for mine. Mine was $500. My Joker, my purple Joker artisan was $580 something. Okay, so that's $600 for a rooted figure, not $1,000. Okay, now where the inner rooted figures limited? I don't think so.
no figure was $1,000, first off. So don't say that.
What do you mean?
It was a 2-pack.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The 2-pack. I just said 2-pack. I said 2-pack twice. I said the 2-pack of.
And they go, it was $1,000 figure, and it's like, no, it wasn't.
No. Well, no. I said double pack twice to make sure because it's not one single figure, and that's what I'm saying.
So
the double pack of Inart.
So you're getting a figure for $325 a piece, according to this.
So, hold on. So my thing is with going to Hot Toys. So $600 for the Hot Toys artisan purple coat Joker. You got 2 figures rooted by Inart at $1,000. Okay. Why is Inart losing value? Because nobody is going to pay over $1,000 for something that isn't worth that, and there's no demand for. Right now, Hot Toys. What is the difference?
No demand. That's
Retail,
no demand.
Right. There's no demand for that. That's why.
Right.
That's why it's
Right.
losing
So that-
value. That's why it's
right.
losing value. Now you got Hot Toys. What?
I think you're close, but I think what it is the fact that there's another version of this out there.
Version of what?
That's what's killing the demand. Is that there's the Hot Toys version of this. There's no.
Whatever. But even so, let's go with that. Let's go with there's a new version. Let me tell you something. When something is worth its money, okay. And remember, this is not Hot Toys to say, well, Hot Toys made it already, so now they devalued it by making a newer one. This is not the case. This is not the case. The case is there's a new company, a different company than Hot Toys, making their own legacy with their own products. Okay? So Hot Toys' valued figures have nothing to do with Inart's figures, period.
Yes, they do. If Inart came out with a rooted hair scarlet.
What was going on before Inart existed?
Wait a minute. Listen, if Inart comes out with a Scarlet Witch or who's the one we all gush over? Oh, the Black Widow one that came out. If Inart does their version of that Black Widow, you don't think it's going to help push down the price of Hot Toys Black Widow? 100%.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you why.
100% it would.
Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you why. If it were the other way around, if it were Inart making something first and then Hot Toys came out, boom, that'll affect Inart 1000%, because everybody knows, or at least most people, I would like to think that most people know that Inart is not at that level.
But they don't. We know that.
No. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they don't, they're going to fall for it 1,000,000,000%, which they usually do because they don't know. Fine. But if it was the other way around, if it was Hot Toys making something and then Inart makes it, who the hell?
I think I'm
not
going to
a big chunk of the community. I'll tell you that. Another reason why. Who's going to be more expensive?
You just said
Inart.
You just said every single other YouTuber was pushing this. That's a big chunk of the community. That's not 9%, and then you're the other.
The YouTubers pushing this. What do you mean that's a big chunk of the community? What does that mean?
What I'm saying is nobody was pushing back. Everybody was in agreement. That's a large. If 9 out of 10 of anybody goes in one direction, that's a large number, wouldn't you say?
Well, first of all, how this was pushed was them going on stream with these pictures and John on the panel boasting about what the future was going to be. And they made it sound like it was going to be the Hot Toys killer. And those words were used on stream.
But people
bought. You're not going to sit here now and say that everybody from day one. No, because nobody knew who Inart was from day one. They started pushing that with John on every single YouTuber stream. So that was not a natural thing that occurred.
People bought in, and now they think that it's just as good as Hot Toys or better. Some people think they're way better.
Absolutely.
Everybody shares. First off, not everybody thinks about it. Secondly, not everybody cares about it. And thirdly, not everybody thinks Hot Toys is the better of the two. So that's slice that pie. You just took 60% of the people and put them in a different category other than what you're trying to say. So I think you're a little off.
Actually, impossible. I can tell you why. You're going to tell me that you have the same amount of people in this community, right, who are just as involved with Inart as they are with Hot Toys. You're going to tell me those numbers are the same.
No.
Exactly. So you cannot tell me that I'm wrong about what I'm saying when you know yourself that the community that's in here because of Hot Toys, it's not all or even half of it balls deep with Inart. And you know that's a fact because they're not even making that much product to have that popularity anyway.
But what do you consider balls deep? What I'm saying, I'm not saying that people own or don't own. What I'm saying, they don't consider one clearly better than the other. And
But when you say they, who's they? If you just said that not everybody's buying, so who's they?
Look, he's saying that let's go a year in the future, right? Artisan Black Widow comes out, okay? She's sold out. And if Inart comes out and they do a Black Widow figure, okay, I would assume it's not going to tank the resale value on the Black Widow figure. But if they start selling their Black Widow figure for $349 and Hot Toys is going for $600, as a consumer, might look at Inart to get the $349 Black Widow instead of the $600 Black Widow.
Right.
And that's going to take away market share. That's all he's saying.
Oh, we're talking about lowering the price like that. We're not talking about losing value. You're talking about two different things now. You're talking about pricing one thing at one thing and one thing at another. Yeah, you're going to take absolutely as common sense. But we're talking about something
even
being
if it was
out
priced
and
the
losing
same,
value.
there's going to be people who are going to consider.
It's not the same.
Again, because it's sold out, right? Hold on. It's sold out. So even if it was, so maybe shouldn't.
It's not the same scenario.
Let's leave the price the same then.
It's right.
It's sold out, right? Artisan side, it's sold out. So if Inart did their figure, they're gonna take market share, and the resale value of that Hot Toys figure is not going to be as high because you can get an equivalent. It's not the same thing, but it's an equivalent.
See, I would like to think that that's not the case because, again, in a perfect world, right? I'm going to assume, and this is where we'll never be able to agree on anything because we don't know. Right? We don't know the exact number of people. We don't know exactly how people are thinking. But in a perfect world, to me, right, I would like to believe that the people who are in this community obviously know about Hot Toys a little bit more. Again, I'm going to assume because we don't know, again, many variables. One of them being we don't know how many people started last year. We don't know how many people started 3 years ago. We don't know how many people started before Inart or after Inart. So those are very important variables to begin with, right? So now, in a perfect world, let's just say that everybody's even, right? That everybody's even. Everybody knows it's not a real thing because nobody knows Inart. Inart just came out last week. So the thing is this. When it comes to quality, when it comes to experience, when it comes to what to expect already from product after product after product from many years, right? Hot Toys. Again, let's just keep the product the same. Let's pretend that Hot Toys came out last year and Inart came out last year. They both came out last year because, again, that's another variable. You got the experience from Hot Toys from over 15 years ago, and you got Inart from 2 days ago. Another variable. That's very important.
We're not arguing quality of it.
No. So this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going because quality matters when we're talking about something losing value.
No, it doesn't. And that's what I said before. Earlier about the other thing. I said it goes to show you that the market is bullshit. That it's not the quality of the thing is not the thing. It's the hype. It's confidence. That's what drives stocks is confidence, not whether the company actually produces. The product could crash later and people could make money, but they get in when the confidence is high. Well, they get in when it's low. The point is, you want the confidence high. You want people to believe that this company is going to do something. It's all built on hype.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I could tell you it's not the same situation whatsoever, and I could tell you, Inart will never affect Hot Toys like Hot Toys will affect Inart. It's just that simple.
I would agree with that.
Hot Toys. Jazz Inc. affected Hot Toys. He doubled 3 times the price for the Jazz Inc. Batmobile, and he took orders away from Hot Toys. And like you always say, if it's even one, it's a change. So it affected Hot Toys because we know more than one person that made a decision. They were like, I can't have both. I got to get one. I'm getting Jazz Inc. I'm going to.
So you're saying that a lot of people chose to go with Jazz Inc. over Hot Toys?
I don't know if it's a lot or not, but what I'm saying is there was a lot of hype and everybody was in agreement behind Inart at the beginning. So did that produce a lot of orders and now they're selling off some of that stuff because the new thing came around, which is Hot Toys affecting their market? And I think if Inart came back, see, that's the reason. I don't think you're going to see everything depreciate in value. I think only the stuff that's got a comparison. Hot Toys did a Pennywise.
Well,
Pennywise. When Inart does something that Hot Toys doesn't do, like the Paul Atreides, let's see how that thing does.
So that's my point. That's my point. I don't think, and we were talking about specifically artisan, right? We're talking about artisan. I don't think an artisan figure will lose a value. Again, for the reasons I stated, you know, the limited piece, the limited thing, the fact that they're cheaper than the $1,000 double pack. Because remember,
those are all things because of those other companies, in my opinion, Faz, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The manufactured exclusivity. This is all new. 3,000 limited figure. The new artisan. These are all new things in the hot toy world that we weren't dealing with.
Of course, absolutely.
So this is in response, I feel, to it's trying to get. I think this has nothing to do with any other company, to be honest. I think this is the response to Sideshow not making any money for the past 3 years or 4 years because of Toys Wonderland, because of Pop Collectibles. I think that's why all these, you know, rapid fire announcements, releases come from. I think all these limited things, you know, are part of that. I think about any given Q item. How many deposits do you think? How much money in deposits do you think Sideshow gets? And that's one figure. They do how many a week? They do how many a month? So that's what I believe, strongly believe that's where this whole strategy came from. I can tell you it didn't come from Inart. I can tell you it didn't come from Blitzway. I can tell you it didn't come from anybody else. But they figured out a way to make money for Sideshow.
But that adjustment to the market is going to create a false hype and a false market that is going to fall out.
Well,
and
limited,
it's
correct.
The artisan figures just like everything else. I don't think they're going to go below value, but I don't think
so either. I don't think so either. They can't.
Yeah, you got to let the market just naturally speak. I don't like this.
So when you talk about artificially ballooning the market or inflating the market, right? What you mean by that is what? Them forcing the number to be
never okay. So the truest ever time in the Hot Toys hobby where the market spoke to the value of a figure was Mark 47, right? Not a popular figure.
The first one,
numbers.
Right?
We all wanted it, and when we all decided we wanted it, there wasn't enough to go around, and it ballooned that figure. And it's not because the figure was awesome. It's not because it was artisan. It wasn't because we all knew there was 3,000 limits.
Back then,
it's when we all wanted to go get one, we couldn't find one, and we started willing to pay more for it because we wanted it in our collection. That's natural, perfectly natural. That's what should be existing in the hobby.
Now, question that I get that now. Now, question for you: how do we know how many pieces were made when that figure became scarce like that? We don't, right?
Don't know.
So how do we know, right? So how do we know? We don't know it was limited. We don't know that for whatever reason, like the crosshair, right? That all of a sudden that one went, well, we can't get it anywhere. Where did it go? Why is it so, sold out so quickly? Why were there so many little numbers, right? We don't know what happened. But we know that there's a shortage of that figure.
Let's stick to the Iron Man because again, I lived.
We're getting into the Iron Man.
I passed on it. Didn't like the color. I said, it's not an important color thing. I don't need to get that Iron Man.
Right.
But then as I was collecting more and more of the Iron Mans, it's like, wait a second. I now am an Iron Man completist. I need to have all the Iron Mans.
Right.
I don't have that one. And when I turned my head around to go look for that one, I couldn't find that one.
Right. So you pretty much, what you're saying in front of everybody, you psyoped yourself from the very beginning with that figure.
I don't want to say I psyop myself, but there's again.
You were like, nah.
I did not like the figure. Like I didn't buy the figure.
Thank you. That's what you do to me. That's my point. You psyop yourself because you go, oh, the figure's crap. How can you get that? Blah blah blah. And then you're like, man, I like it. Later on, after the fact, you go, I like it, and then you were asked out. That's my point.
Yeah. Look at the 100%. I did not like that figure. I will fully admit it's because I remember saying it to myself. I do not like how that silver and red.
It didn't go. It didn't match. Together. It didn't match. Right. It didn't match.
Yep.
Right.
It didn't match in my head. And I'm like, I just don't like how that looks. I'm going to pass on it because of that.
Exactly. See? Psyop. Exactly my point. You did it to yourself, all by yourself, and you didn't even know.
No. Again, it's not psyop, but it's natural market. It's natural market.
No. I get it. So my next.
We're not
so you
talking
said-
about getting a $150 discount on a figure and then
No.
deciding to buy it.
Fine. We're talking about. So let's go back to the 47, which was your point, right? So the reason why I brought that up is for a specific reason. So now we go to the 47, right? So again, we don't know at that time. Nobody really knew the numbers. The numbers were still, I'm going to say, somewhat normal, right? Your standard normal numbers. It was an Iron Man, so there wasn't anything special about it. There wasn't anything, oh my God, this is exclusive, this is new, no, it was from the movie. It was an MMS. There was absolutely no reason for that to sell out.
I have to assume that people thought like me.
Correct.
And said,
and they did.
They don't
no,
like the
no,
color,
they did.
and they did
They
the
did.
exact same thing I did.
I'm going to tell you why I know for a fact they did, because I remember when people were talking about, I don't like that color scheme. I don't like the color combination. I don't like how it looks together. And that's why, because everybody thinks Iron Man, red and gold. So when that came out, everybody was like, yo, like that looks weird. That's not, Tony Stark. What made that figure look badass was that head sculpt. That head sculpt was gorgeous on that figure. And it came with those sunglasses, with the bluish sunglasses. So that looked that made that figure look even better. So I ended up buying 2 of those figures to display. And then I bought a third one just to sell. And then for the reissue, I bought another 1 or 2, I believe. And I think I still may have one somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
But wasn't it nice when you just had a natural market make a figure collectible?
So
when I say collectible,
so let's go back. Let's go back to the point. So back then, like I said, it was a standard number. It wasn't a popular figure. That's why it was sitting, right? It was sitting for a while. Then all of a sudden, because remember, all the Iron Man used to always sit for a little bit and then sell out after a certain time, depending on what it was, obviously. But they would always sell out. This one came, it was sitting because, again, the color scheme wasn't your mainstream one, whatever it was. Again, it was a movie, but nobody cared for it. Then all of a sudden, boom, sold out. Now, my question is, how do you know it? How do we know? Because I could tell you, I don't know. That back then, obviously back then, the amount of people in the community were not the same as now. So that's another variable that changed, right? So let's say back then that we had less people in the community, right? We had, let's assume that there were, let's assume there were 3,000 Iron Man made, right? So my thing is, back then, that was a normal number, right? It was just, we didn't have as many people in the community. Now that same number could be a limited number because there's more people in the community. So who are we to judge and say, well, they're creating a false market when they could be making, for all we know, the same exact numbers. Is a different amount of people in the community.
You're manufacturing exclusivity. You're setting a limit. You're trying to create rarity by putting a limitation on it off the jump.
But not question.
Instead of just allowing the market to determine what's popular or not.
So let's apply this to Crosshair. Okay? Let's apply this to Crosshair. How do we know, right? Because remember, if we're not told by Hot Toys that any given figure is 2,500, 2,000, 1,500, 1,200, whatever the number is, we will never know.
Right.
It's that simple. We will never know.
But it could be the same thing. No one liked it. Whatever. For some reason, no one liked Crosshair. No one pre-ordered it. Or maybe they thought they could get it later. Who knows?
Thank you. So here's my point. So now you have Crosshair. We were not told he was limited. Why is it wrong to think that maybe they limited the figure on purpose without telling us anything? Why is that so unfathomable? I don't understand.
Why would Hot Toys limit the figure? I don't know why. I don't know why Hot Toys, as a company who's out to sell figures, would limit it. Doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? We're talking about them limiting figures right now. What are you talking? What?
Wait, no. You're. Why would they limit the stupid figure and not announce it? Why would you're saying they had a secret plan? I'm asking. Skyrocket the secondary market. What are you saying?
I'm asking because we don't. I just said we don't know, and I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What do you think? Because I don't know. That's
can
what I'm
tell you,
asking. I'm
no,
asking what
I
you
don't
think.
that at all. I'm not a conspiracy theorist where I would think Hot Toys is scheming the secondary market, even though there's no question they watch it. There's no, which I wish they didn't. I wish they wouldn't have any eyeballs.
So
in the
how can you
secondary
say
market.
that? How can you say that? You're saying they won't do that, but they're watching the secondary market, but you're saying that they would never do that. So how does that make sense?
No, I don't think they are intentionally limiting a figure, because you're kind of implying that they're limiting a figure to create.
I'm saying why is that? I'm saying why is that not a possibility? Why can't that happen? You're saying it's a conspiracy theorist to fathom that.
There's too many variables that go on to create that. Like, again, because it's
So
too
give me
many.
some.
You know
Give
what I
me-
mean?
all
Like,
right, so
the
give me
market
some.
it needs to naturally happen. Again, you're talking about like a conceived conspiracy. Natural is just people didn't order it. People want it now. Now it's rare. That's natural. That's the natural way of things.
But
I want the natural, no steroid injection, no conspiracy fucking theory. I just want the natural market progression of a figure. That's definitely not, I can't see them futzing with okay. And we talked about crosshairs. Again, my belief, a container fell off a ship. They lost them.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
because it doesn't make sense, right? I can't understand.
Tell them what you think.
I think, I think those ships go down. I think they lost a couple containers, and there's a bunch of crosshairs underneath the ocean somewhere.
Did you see the NECA?
What?
No.
Did you see the shit with NECA lately? They sent out some expensive Ninja Turtles packet, was it maybe? And they sent a bunch of them out to the wrong people. Like somebody that ordered them got like 3, and some people that didn't order them got them. Well, anyway, screw up on their point. Well, then they sent an email to these people and said, hey, our mistake, send it back to us. And if you don't, we're going to bar you from ever being able to order our stuff again. And what are you doing to the community? Like, they tried to shame them.
For their mistake. I would have been like, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah, it's like this limited thing, and they shipped them to the wrong people, and they're like, if you don't give it back to us, we're going to ban you from being able to buy our products in the future. And people are like, hey, I didn't.
It must have been a major mistake then for them to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like Toys Wonderland.
Do that.
Let me say hello to Chris. Welcome, Chris. How are you, my friend?
But I don't want Hot Toys futzing with it. I just want release the figure, let the market do the talking. Don't let Hot Toys do it. Don't do it with Artisan. Don't do it with limited numbers. Just let the community or the market, however you want to look at it or say it, let us be the judge of what's popular and what's not, what sells versus what doesn't. And good figures will always be in demand and sell for more. Bad figures won't. And you don't have to manufacture it. You don't have to create FOMO with it. It just
right. No, it's true. So the point of this post, guys, is obviously Inart is trash. And also we have some more news from the King Inart, guys, that we're going to get into right now. So it looks like Inart is coming out with some lines. And it looks like the first one here is Rhodium, which stands for Supreme Grade Figured, Inart's highest grade. Then you have then you have Platinum, Premium Grade Figures, and then you have Argentum, which is Deluxe Grade Figures. So it says here, Inart collectible grades explained. We've heard from collectors curious about, that doesn't even make sense. Curious about the meaning behind our collectible grade icons. So we've created an infographic that briefly explains them and wanted to take this opportunity to go into it, go into more details as well. Our 3 current grades are named after various elements: Argentum, Platinum, and Rhodium. Argentum is our deluxe grade, where we offer our highly detailed collectibles with a standard selection of accessories. Platinum is our premium grade. I guess that's what the Joker is, where we incorporate more elaborate dioramas in figures such as our Dark Knight, Joker, and Batman 2022. There you go, the Batman, the Joker. This grade goes the extra mile for those who love the characters to make them stand out in a collection. None of this stands out. And rhodium is our supreme grade. Oh my God, they went supreme. That's Superman, I guess. Where we strive to create the definitive prestige collectible with a widely variety of head sculpts, dioramas, and clothing sets, leaving no stone unturned. Oh, that's what they're making stones now. In our quest to do so, our Joker 2019 figure is an example of what we aim to achieve when all stops are pulled. Have more questions about these grades, drop them in the comments. So,
Mike, now's your chance, man.
Go ahead, Mike. Let him have it.
Well, come on. This is like Artisan on steroids, right?
I don't
It's
know.
just
You tell me.
so silly. It's so silly.
You tell me. What do you think that means?
What is
Thank
what
you.
they do is establish a DX line, in my opinion, like Hot Toys. They want like you got Hono, Hot Toys, DX. They're trying to
DX. All DX really meant, in the way I looked at it, is like you got a couple of extra things. It didn't mean the figure was so much better than a regular MMS.
It was all
got an extra
accessories.
sculpt.
It was all accessories. It was
Yeah,
all
you got an
accessories.
extra stand. You got an extra little figure bot thing that came with it. That's all it was. It didn't mean you were getting some like level up in premium to an MMS.
Well, when it came to packaging and accessories, that's what you got. Yep.
Right.
Thule, my friend, welcome.
Yeah, so like what are they trying to say with these things? Are they trying to label, because they don't push like I ordered the Aragorn, the Gandalf, the Legolas, I ordered all their Lord of the Rings figures, and nowhere on any of them could I tell you what Argentum or lithium or fucking whatever I couldn't tell you which ones are which. I don't know. And so far the prices don't deviate. They're all high or higher. Those are your two choices. You can get screwed or really screwed. So I don't see what this categorization does, other than it's just some marketing bullshit that no cares about.
Manufactured
Yeah,
bullshit.
nobody-
Manufactured bullshit. Make
Yeah.
your best figure and sell it to us.
Right.
Don't give me this level bullshit. Make your best shit and sell it. Be
Right.
awesome and make your best and sell it to us.
Right.
Supposed-
Exactly.
Well, that's the other thing too. Didn't they come out of the gate saying like everything they do is going to be premium? So why there's levels to premium now?
Right.
So
Exactly. It's all a word game.
keep dissecting until it doesn't.
You're an asshole. He's just, you say, asshole.
Guys, there's 53 of you guys in here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. And obviously, last but not least, we have a PSA from the victim of the community. Looks like Jazz Inc. is defending itself again, because obviously we know that the community is after them. The community can't stand them anymore. The community is out to get them because they make the best products out here for $3,000. So it says here, so Jazz Inc., I believe this is from Reddit. So it says here, we deliver well over 4,000 Warner Brothers products to customers every year, and we have done since 2017. That is tens of thousands of products over all those years. Still not much more than an average figure run for Hot Toys, but enough to be significant. So now he's like Hot Toys, but he's a mom and pop, right, Mike?
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Let's stop. He's saying he makes 4,000 products across all his lines, 4,000, and he's comparing himself, because then he must have, in dealing with the factories and stuff like that, a little bit more knowledge than us retards. So
right. Just like he told you that Hot Toys made 60,000 pieces of this one figure. Yeah, all the knowledge. But go ahead, continue.
What are you saying?
He came out a few months ago talking about, I forget which figure that was out. He said that Hot Toys had made 60,000 units of this one figure, which is clearly untrue.
He said he was.
How do we know?
That works there. That they produced. He said he was told by somebody that works at the factories that they really overbid on the Catwomen and they made 60.
Yes, Catwoman. Yep.
Yeah, they overshot and fucking made it 60,000 of them. And then once we started really thinking about how many 60,000 is, we're like, that number doesn't seem right.
That would blow my mind.
That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. You're talking. That's my point. You're talking about he's knowledgeable, and I'm just telling you that he's not. But go ahead,
I'm not
continue.
telling you he's knowledgeable, you moron. I'm telling you he knows a little bit more than us because we don't make figures for a living. We buy them.
Right. I buy them from.
Right.
We
don't make them. I don't know what goes into a factory and nonsense like that. So he knows a little bit more than us. There's no question.
He knows a little bit more about his making his own vehicles and stuff, but he doesn't know anything about Hot Toys. I can tell you that.
I can tell you he knows a little bit more about the factory process than us.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. He knows about factories a billion times more than we do.
He's spoken to, King Kong and Jin Jong over there. He knows. I'm sure he knows about how that process works, the factory, and what goes on there. I guarantee.
Absolutely.
I guarantee it.
TK, welcome. He says the only ones they probably made for down there in the first Best Girl Commando.
It would blow my mind, though. At 50 and 60 on a number, that would blow my mind.
Who were the owners of those factories?
What? The guys who run them?
Yeah. You said King Kong and who?
Jin Jong and King Kong. They were the
guy,
guys who fought the XM Studio factory. Remember they came in and they stole the statues?
Don't be xenophobic on the stream. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue. So it says here, most of our customers are repeat customers. Do you think we could do that if our issues are as bad as they say? So he's defending himself because he's a victim.
He's posting this in a Reddit, by the way?
Yes. Do you think that would be a viable business model? Yes, because your business model is straight fraud. You hope that people buy your $2,500 piece and hope that they don't complain about it when they get it. Just like somebody on the last stream that said, my vehicle is worse than Nefty's and I'm happy with it. So that's the business model, that you hope that people don't return the piece of garbage that they spent $2,500 from, because they feel that I believe, and I think that they think that they're going to miss out on this amazing thing that your company made. And that's their FOMO. So you count on that. But when it comes to an actual good product, they're not getting any of that. So let's continue. Just ask yourself how many Q issues you have seen in the past year, and if it is close to 2,000. That's another thing. Again, not every single person that has a defect with their vehicles from Jazz Inc. says something. And that's what he counts on. That's why he's always comfortable talking about the 1%. It's only about 1%. It's only, 1% out of what? Let's continue. Also, why would we get product of the year from Warner Brothers or renewal contracts? Oh my God. And if we have issues, which is around 2%. Oh, it went up to 2%. Now it's not 1%. Now it's 2, guys. So it went up. So we're getting somewhere. Of the time, most issues are shipping issues because we ship very large and very heavy pieces. Any damage or issues are usually down to things being damaged in shipping, not QC. So the molds and the bodies of these vehicles are shipping. Okay.
What's the difference?
Bye.
What's the difference? If your vehicle shows up fucked up, who cares if it's because it was shipped?
Thank you. That's my point. So forget the molds being shit. It has to do with shipping. Anyway, exactly.
Argument I'll give you. That doesn't hold water.
Exactly.
It holds water with me. You guys are too.
Well, no, you love the mom and pop. You love the mom and pop.
You're scrutinizing them like too much.
No. You love for somebody who's waiting 5 years for a back computer. You love
someone who's in business for themselves. You surely don't give anyone a leverage. That is a lie. Witch's titty.
That is
to give them how they operate.
I have given that company all the credit they deserve. I've given them every single credit with me, how they treated me, how they dealt with me. I've never lied about that company one time. Not one time. Everything I said, however you guys want to take it, whether it's negative or positive, that was my experience. I told you exactly what it was. I never lied on it. I told you guys what he said. He's never come at me and said, hey, stop lying on me, because I've never lied about that man or that company ever. Not one time. Not once.
No one's saying you're lying.
So
you're just too lazy to return something. That's all.
Anyway. So here we go. Where am I? Here. Also, why would we get a product of the year Warner Bros. Renewal contract? And if we have issues, which is about 2% of the time, most issues are shipping issues, blah, blah. I read that already. Where am I? Here we go. Actually, with the dust and the reported issues with the guns for Mr. Mom, I suspect that happened during shipping. So it got dusty in shipping, whatever that means. And if he had contacted me, we could just have sorted out a replacement, probably at the cost of the FedEx insurance. The only thing I think I can say without bragging, oh my God, is that our customer support reputation is incredibly high. So I think it's not about issues, but about how you deal with them. The thing I really wanted to know is why we can't just have several companies in the 1/6 scale space without it being tribalized, because you create that by...
No, stop. Go ahead. But compare yourself, because really, you and Mr. Mom are the same, technically the same person in this example here, right? You guys got something that you weren't quite thrilled with, right? He didn't contact him for a replacement. He just went online and bitched like a bitch. You said, you know what? I don't need it. And I don't want to say you went online and bitched, but you went online and you bitched. What's wrong with that? He could have sent a replacement. He's not trying to say that everything would be perfect. If I'm selling something, it's not always going to be perfect. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with what he's saying there?
Michael,
there's a lot of silence.
So now let me okay, so let's say you're right.
You and Mr. Mom should start a show or something, maybe.
Let's say you're right. Okay, let's say some of the things that you make are not going to be perfect. Let's just say that. Okay,
go ahead.
So you have Nefty, for example, that's been collecting Jazz Inc. Vehicles for years, right? 10 out of before this last Batmobile, 10 out of his 10 vehicles that he had purchased, brand new, sealed from Jazz Inc., came with an issue, right? Every single one of them, right? So let's say you're right. Let's say, okay, not everything, 10 out of 10. Not everything that I make will ever be perfect, blah, blah. Okay. So as a company and as a business owner, like you mentioned before,
Nefty,
right?
by the way, just
wait,
because he just said customer service.
As a business owner, okay, you brought that up. I'm a business owner. You're a business owner. Okay. So as a business owner, right, you're saying I don't give them too much slack. Okay. Let's go the opposite. Let's do the opposite.
Let's go.
You being as a business owner and you giving your customers half-ass jobs when they're paying you $2,500 a job. Okay. And you give them shit every time, 10 out of 10 times. What does that say about your mom and pop shop?
Well, I wouldn't be open very long.
How long do you expect to be open? Giving people half-ass shit.
That's the thing. If I did a poor job, there's no way I would sign more.
So what do you mean telling me about a business owner?
Well,
if somebody's giving you shit,
if he's that bad, if you're claiming he's that bad, he wouldn't be in business anymore. And he's in business.
I'm not saying
he's not
anything.
that bad. He's not as bad as you make him out.
I'm not saying anything. Right now, I'm reading what he wrote, and I've always said my experiences. I'm not saying anything. Whatever happens to the company happens to the company. It ain't going to be because of me. That's my point. My point is you brought up being a business owner. You're a business owner. I'm a business owner. So you're cool with giving people half-ass job, half-ass work from your company at full price because I'm a small business. So give me some slack. So you're okay with your customers coming to you for help. Wait.
Not every case is going to go to plan. Not every case.
As a business owner, what you're saying is that you're okay giving your customers half-ass shit at full price. Is that not what you're saying? Yes or no? Just so we're on the same page.
If it doesn't go perfect, if the case doesn't go perfect, I try to go out of my way to fix it, correct it. I've discounted. I've not taken or collected my full billable hours because I said to myself, you know what? That should have taken less time. It actually took way more time, but that's not my fault. That's not the client's fault. So I try to accommodate.
Correct. What is the key word that you just said?
Ethics.
The key word is if something doesn't go right. If. Not your standard is a problem after a problem after a problem.
There's no
what you're
way
saying
he
is
has problems with
if something
everything.
happens, you're gonna take care of it. Absolutely. That's common sense. That's good customer service. But again, Nefty, 10 out of 10 problems. When do you say enough is enough?
You know, we could do the math. We don't have to take his word for it. We can do the math. If he did 1,000 product units,
4,000.
1% would be 10 units. If he's saying 5%, that would be 50 units. So if we've seen more or less than 50 complaints, plus you got to shave a couple points in for people that aren't in message groups, that aren't talking, that we don't know about. So there's going to be a few out there too. So you got to give maybe a percentage point for that. But if you figure out if there's more or less, I know the one Batmobile he only made about 500 of. So I think a run of 1,000 for him is being generous. But maybe that 89 Batmobile sold 1,000 units. I don't know. That was pretty popular. So if you see more or less than 50 complaints out there, you'll know if he's on point with his 5%. And then you don't have to speculate anymore. That's ironclad.
See, this is a true peasant on screen right here. When do you say enough is enough? Never. Jazzing for life. See, this is a true peasant. This is the definition of a.
If someone that's 10 for 10 something wrong, and he's a jazzing for life guy.
No, that's Nefty. Nefty, look, Nefty is your poster child for what Jazz Inc. wants as a customer. That all day, every day.
No, it means the problems are not big enough, material enough to not continue to collect. That's what it comes down to.
And people are paying these prices or they wouldn't. So it's like, this is like, you're trying to make a factual argument about something that is completely like person to person. Art is subjective. And if somebody thinks that dent in the side isn't that big a deal and they want to pay the money for it, then it is worth that to them. But across the board, common man sense, can you say that if you told people how much we paid for these things, their heads wouldn't explode? Yeah, there is that. So you have a point up to a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So let's finish this. So it says, and if he had content, I read that already. So the thing is, I really wanted to know, why can't we have several companies on the 1/6 space without being tribalized? Because again, you do that. Okay, you have streams where you have people, you have all these YouTubers on your side as if they were your gang members protecting you and pretending like they're your bodyguards. So
he's talking to you in the next line.
You create that. Says, let's be glad there is competition.
Why can't you?
Oh, why can you only support one at the expense of another? Let's be glad there is competition. We don't need your competition. You see it in the newly announced Bat missile and the correct sizing of that. That competition is good for everyone. Why does Inart Blitzwear Jazz Inc., for that matter, have to be attacked? Because you suck. Have to be attacked just to feel good about your Hot Toys collection. First of all, nobody attacks you for no reason.
He's talking to you.
Nobody. Anyway, that guy has no idea I exist. I tell you that. So number one, the reason why people have to attack Jazz Inc. and Inart is because of the lies that you guys put out. Number one, okay? Your products are not worth what you're charging. Number two, that's a problem for a lot of people, right? So that's why you get attacked, right? Again, Nefty, 10 for 10 damaged vehicles. How much more chances do you need to not be attacked, to get a product right, to get it done properly, for the prices you charge, for the amount of money that you charge? That's why you get attacked. That's why Inart gets attacked. Because how are you going to send out a figure that it's the wrists are snapping and you don't give a replacement? That's a problem. That's why they get attacked. Because they're not good. Those companies are not good at all. So that's why you get attacked. Jay, what do you think?
Well, like, sure, there's good points here, but I'm thinking of other brands, and I'm like, Super 7 gets a lot of heat, but they have a lot of QC issues. And then I'm like, does Hasbro get heat like this? Because they do a ton of like mass produced bullshit, like Marvel Legends and GI Joe Classified and all that stuff. And I'm like, they go through periods where their weapons get gummy and shit doesn't work right, and their face paint got screwed up for a batch of like 100 figures. So I guess all companies have something, but like I said, you can't. Some of what you're saying is just your own personal beef about this thing about like whether Jazz Inc. is worth it, but there are good points to the fact that like even if he says it's only 5%, can you name anybody you know? And we know between the three of us, we know a lot of people in this community. Can you name anybody that hasn't had a problem with one of their vehicles? Like it's going to be minor, guaranteed. There's going to be something though. There's going to be.
And the other extreme too is that Hot Toys, look at their quality control is, to be honest, really, really good. Super good. Like I think a little better than any other company I've ever experienced out there. Like I rarely have a problem with a Hot Toy figure. I don't know about you guys.
And that's the thing. That's why I tell you guys all the time.
One or two over the decade.
Jazz Inc. Hot Toys will have their issues forever, just like any other company. They're always minor, and they'll always be the best, regardless.
Well, but what did they do? Everybody takes for granted the fact that they give you wrist pegs with every figure. Well, that's
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Because they said, why call us back and say, I snapped this thing off. We'll just give you a couple. They're cheap enough. Here you go.
Correct. And guess what? 99.9% of people never use them.
Right. But they're
there.
They're anticipating a problem because they had it happen to them and found a way. That is a show of their quality. That is a edge to what Mike just said. Mike just said, I never get this and that. And even if I did, they thought of something. Here it is.
Right. And usually, and not only Mike, I usually say that too when I suck them off. Don't forget. So also
the difference between
go back to that first paragraph real quick.
Hold on.
1 second. That's the difference between Inart quality and Hot Toys quality. To your point, Fabs, is that Hot Toys gives you the magnet and they'll give you a little ankle holder type of stand thing to grip, just in case the magnet doesn't work properly.
They just cover every angle. Okay, right. They cover every angle, and Inart doesn't. Jazz Inc. doesn't. What do you want to see, Mike?
I just wanted to because he said still not much more. He doesn't sell much more than the average figure run for Hot Toys, but not enough to be sig. So he's saying that 4,000, 4,000 to 5,000. Is he not just the way I'm understanding it? He's saying 4,000 to 5,000 is an average run for a Hot Toy figure, right?
Right.
And again, I want to let's pocket this. I think that's good information.
Well,
again, I think he would know more than anybody.
Mike, think about what we just said. He's saying that now before he said it was 60,000 for Catwoman. So you can't trust this guy.
I don't think that number sounds right anyway. You got to think they're doing at least 10,000 of something.
Where did he say 60,000? That's where's that?
He did. He said it already. He said
where?
He said it on a stream, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good, because that's where I think that number sounds right to me. 5,000.
5,000, 4,000.
That doesn't. To me, it sounds low, because then if they're giving you limited releases of 2,500, that means they're only limited. They're 50% of what releases.
Well, those 3,000 ones don't sell out super fast. Like we've seen 3,000 limited.
Well,
runs
no, depends. No, you can't say that. You can't say that because Anakin seconds. A lot of
them. I'm just saying there's been
correct.
3,000 ones that didn't sell out super fast.
No, right, but that's not because of what they were. But big deal.
And we're saying average. We're saying like the normal, your average run is 5,000. So, because in my mind, I thought the biggest the runs could be were like 20, into the 20s, and I don't know. I don't think that now.
I don't think there's lows.
I think the number is between 6 and 8K. That's what I think. Okay.
For what? For average run?
Yeah, like your any given MMS standard movie, I think is between 6
and your popular one is how many? Your Wolverine and Deadpool. How many of those?
A lot.
Well, so because of here's what I think. The original release, right? The one with the broken ankles that keep breaking on people. That was a certain amount of figures. And I'm not going to say they were your standard 6,000 to 8,000. I'm going to tell you why. They knew that they were going to do another figure. So you're not going to get 6,000 to 8,000 of this one and then 6,000 to 8,000 of the head sculpt one. Not going to happen. Another thing, the reason why these were ready to go as soon as the movie was out was because they knew that they were only going to make a certain amount just to send them out quick to make that quick money, which is why they're breaking, right? I guess they didn't bother. Let's make sure these pegs are proper. They don't break, So they put the figure together, boom, boom, boom. Let's send it out. We're making another one anyway. I can guarantee you that the one that they haven't put up yet, with the head sculpt, those ankles are going to not break because now they see what happened with these. They're going to change those pegs, and you're not going to have that problem.
Which one's breaking?
The exclusive Deadpool with the fancy base that's out right now. The one that came out when the movie came out immediately.
The ankle pegs are breaking?
Oh my God. People are like, kapoop.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's not a normal thing for Hot Toys.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. So they rushed, I'm assuming, right? They rushed the product to have it ready for when the movie was out. It wasn't, I'm assuming they didn't test it out properly. Used the wrong pegs. The pegs came out defective.
Pegs didn't cure right. The mold wasn't
brittle. Right.
Correct. They didn't fill it properly yet.
Whatever it was, they came out super dry where they snap immediately. So it's like, oh man. Again, now that they see this, I can guarantee you that won't happen with the new Deadpool because they're going to change the way that it was made. But that's what's happening with this. It's not your norm because how often do we get figures that we order and they're shipping 2 months later?
Nope.
Just started happening recently. It wasn't something that was happening ever.
Another Groot, I guess, right? Another Groot thing with the faulty peg, huh?
Right. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we still haven't even gotten the announcement for that new Deadpool with the head sculpt. But obviously it's got to come soon at some point because we still
think it's what, 15? 10? You still think it's 10 on the high end?
I think 10 is a lot. I think 10 is too much.
Disney stores worldwide, China, 10,000.
I don't know. They're expensive figures. I'm kind of with you, Fabs. Like I kind of want to think it's 10 too.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's
500 a pop.
I can tell you it's not more than 10,000. I can tell you, I think 8,000 is a safe number. I think 9,000 is too much. I think 10,000 is way too much. Remember that these things are made by hand to a certain extent too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like how long, how many people do they have in these factories, in these warehouses doing how many pieces in a day? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but
I want to believe that because then that makes 3,000 makes sense to me on a limited run.
Ash with the super chat.
20 or 30%.
Ash says, fast for having a gummy Tony. Who's gummy Tony? Gummy Tony.
With the Gar, because he's got no teeth. Gummy.
Oh, so he's pre-ordered. Obviously, I'm waiting for him, but I can't wait. And I know they're going to fix him, so he's going to look beautiful. That's the one you're talking about, Mike, with the cigar? The one you can't wait for?
Which one? Oh, he's talking about that Tony, that ugly Tony Stark skull that only you like?
See, guys, this is the beginning of a psyop. We'll wait until he finishes later. Oh, thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
And now I'm part of his conspiracy theories.
Yeah, now everything you say, it's like a psyop. Everything is a psyop.
And now I'm just a psyop.
Because what happens is, guys, you gotta understand. You gotta understand his techniques and his psychology. He says, oh, who needs this, blah blah. But then when he gets it for a good deal, it's like, everything I said was false. Now that I have it, it's a different world. So see, that's the psyop, and it turns you off because you're like, yeah, Mike is right. And then when Mike has it,
if you don't buy him, then I can buy him cheap.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Then you don't have it.
You fools! I have you all tricked.
then you don't have it. And Mike goes,
You're all
look at this
idiots. I'm going to
beauty.
steal your Hot Toy figures for cheap.
Look at this beauty that I got for 150 off because you peasants didn't want it because I told you not to get it. That's the Psyop right there. Unreal.
I'm glad you protect us.
Oh my God. All right. So, Jay, are you expecting anything, waiting for anything, order anything, excited for anything coming?
Not right now. I don't think so.
Nothing at all. Are you ready to show us your 6 display? Oh, they're behind. Are they behind you? Oh, wait, guys. Look at that. Look at that. So he got 6, but he's got 7. No, you got 8.
Well, I got 6 of the whites. I got 2 of the blacks.
Oh, so you got 8. My
you're seeing
God.
you're seeing a reflection, right?
Cad Bane. There's 8. The one on the end is a reflection in the glass. There's 8 total. There's 4.
Yeah, there's 8. No, I see 8. I see 8.
Yep.
That's crazy. How beautiful is that? Look at that. Mike, would you do that or you don't collect?
I was the original one who did that. Yes. I just don't
Wait,
show my
question
shit
for
on
you.
the internet.
Mike, question for you. Did Hot Toys make those environments years ago too? They did, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I was confused about that. I was like, did they make these before? I was like, I think they did,
You know
but
what?
I'm not sure.
Stupid me. I bought a case of them, and a case is sitting in storage, and I could have sold them when they were going for what, $500 a pop, right? They were going for double, and I let them sit in storage until they re-released them, and now they ain't worth.
Now they
now you know they're smaller now. They're not the same height.
They're not the same size.
I don't think so. Nuh-uh.
Why would that be?
Because all the updated bodies are different. So, for example, if you
no, I'm talking about the backgrounds though. The backgrounds are the same, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. I'm talking about the figure. The background should be the same. I don't know why they would change. But those backgrounds are beautiful.
That the green eyes that look until the light comes through behind them, and then
like lenses. They look like lenses. Yep.
Oh, they're gorgeous, and they're so shiny.
It's a Jedi thing, right?
The Return of the Jedi ones, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so much better than the Commander was. That thing felt cheap.
Yeah, mine are the what do you call it? I had 2 Space Troopers, which are actually slightly smaller than that new one, Stormtrooper. So that's why I'm telling you they're different. Derek, how are you, my friend? What'd you say, Jay?
I want to get more. What's up, buddy? More of those lights because they're handy. You can put them with any kind of Star Wars stuff and it'll look great behind them. But I have a feeling if they're still around, like next whatever a thon that they're doing,
they'll be around
in a year. Things drop in price, I might scoop up another 6 or whatever because
they'll be around 100%. I can tell you that. And like I said, I'm waiting still for my shadow. I'm only getting 1 of each. I'm not getting multiples, but that looks beautiful.
Because it's 2 cabinets together, right? So then, and I just started screwing around. That's how I ended up doing all those stormtroopers, looking at Vader with his helmet off. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But I'm looking at this earlier today, and it's like you could create a whole scene of like Han, Luke, and Leia running from
right. Yeah.
Oh, it expands such a and it was it's so easy to do. I'm not a diorama guy. You can just go buy this.
Yeah, but you know what? When you become a moron like us two, you can't do that anymore.
Right. You get to a point,
you start to be like a compulsive crazy person, and you buy too many.
Correct. And this is something that I want to point out. This is something for, this is, and I said this before, for, the people who were trying to demonize my collection because it's overcrowded, because it's, they're one after the other.
It's true though. Because look at looks good. But I can't do that. And I admit it because
But here's the thing. When you get to a level, right? When you've been around anything long enough, if you're about that life, if you're into that thing, you're going to have a lot of whatever it is. Okay. So that's why when people are trying to demonize my collection, talk about how overcrowded it was, talk about how ugly it was, it's not for you. I didn't get my collection thinking about, oh man, this loser is going to think it's overcrowded. It's going to happen if you're about it. If you're buying everything for year after year after year, and they're going from 10 figures a year to 30 figures a year to 50 figures a year to 80 figures a year. You're gonna get to that point, but because you don't do that and you'll never do that, your easiest thing to do is demonize somebody else who is about that life, who is doing that you're jealous of, that you don't like. And that's what you think is going to hurt somebody's feelings, that you think somebody's collection overcrowded.
Ask
Number one,
Joe. Ask Joe about his. What'd you say he's been doing? How long's Joe been in the game now, and he's got that sick collection? Ask him.
I don't know. I was just assuming. But Joe, if you're in here, let me see if he's in here. I don't think he's in here.
I'm just saying. How quickly is he going to run out of room? You know what I mean? At that pace, like
right. And he's buying. Let me tell you something. Joe, every week he's buying a figure, at least one figure a week, at least.
He's still in here. Moose Dream. Look at this. He's buying these huge balls. So it's like, I don't care how big a space you got, man. At the rate that he's getting some of these deals, man, he's going to run out. That's
the thing. So that's why when anybody thinks that they're sitting on their high horse talking down on somebody who has a massive collection, try to put them down about it, you sound like an idiot. Okay? You sound like an idiot, because it's just a natural progression of what's going to happen. Unless I would have been the type of a collector like a lot of people collect in the community, which is what? Buying to sell, then I would have been a peasant like everybody else and would have had 10 figures. But that's not collecting to me. Collecting is accumulating, gathering, bringing together. That's collecting. Not, let me sell 3 of my figures so I can get the new so I can stay relevant. That's not collecting to me at all. You're buying just to stay relevant. You're selling your cool stuff to buy the new one just to stay relevant. To me, that's not collecting. You could call it whatever you want, but that's not collecting.
When I first started, I liked the 1 figure per detail shelf. I thought it looked very classy. Then it's like, well, if I only have 1 per, that means I can only collect X amount of things, and then I'm done. And it's like, I don't want to be done. There's so much stuff I like. So then it goes to 2 figures a shelf. And then you're like, well, it looks a little bit more crowded, but I can make this work. Then you run out of space again, and now it's 3 figures a shelf. So you keep justifying it until you get to Fob's collection.
Iron Dude says, your collection is very good. You're not a peasant. Only peasants speak of 5 figures or less. I have to sell a figure last week just to pay child support. I'm a true peasant. Child support.
What figure was it worth it?
I mean, that's right. There's a fine line. Once you get to this level, there is a fine line between collecting and hoarding.
Absolutely not. I am a collector forever.
I'll admit it. I have so many boxes.
Well, no, you are a hoarder because you don't even open the figure. That's a different world. See, beginning of a psyop, because he was already talking about, he's describing a different scenario. I cannot be called a hoarder because my collection's being displayed.
So you have boxes of figures that are not opened on your floor right now?
Never. No, those days are long gone. All my boxes are upstairs in the spare bedroom.
You don't have every figure's opened?
My sealed shit is in the storage room, but everything down here is fully open. There's nothing sitting here right now.
Okay.
See? So
then you're doing better than I am.
Psyop averted. That's what I mean. Like, you guys got to pay attention when it's coming. See? You guys got to now expect it and then be like, all right, it's coming. Boom. You got to catch it before it becomes,
Listen,
fully loaded.
The Modok Mike Super Sale is coming soon.
You better not. You better let me get first pick before you give it to somebody. Rudy says, I have way too many boxes. Yeah, no, Rudy's so busy. He makes 3 videos at a time.
Yeah, Rudy.
It used to be 1 video a week or 1 video every 2 weeks. He's getting so many figures. He did 3 videos in 1 week. That's called true slavery to the YouTube world. Oh man, Rudy, unbelievable. All right, so Michael, are you expecting anything, waiting for anything, excited to get anything coming soon?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to ship my my Cobra Commander Destro figure that's sitting in my pile of loot, so I got to do that.
You didn't get out
Hulk. What?
You didn't get Cobra Commander either yet?
No, I just got to ship them. They're in my stupid cart. I just got to ship them. You know what I mean? So I always think I'm going to buy something else. So I just kind of hold it off and don't ship it. She-Hulk, right? How come we haven't gotten
Yo,
She-Hulk?
nothing. Not even like a notification like, hey, coming soon. Nothing.
Nope. So I got
Nothing at
two.
all.
Yeah, I got two She-Hulks sitting there at Pop Culture, and I couldn't pre-order fast enough, right? So I definitely pre-ordered X-23 super fast.
Yeah, I pre-ordered her right away too. I was like, I'm not missing out on this thing.
Yeah,
Even if she sits forever, it was worth every penny because she looks beautiful.
yeah, it was like one of those figures where I was just like, I just want her.
Yep,
That
too
head
good.
sculpt's so good. I gotta get it.
Yeah, too good to be true.
Yep.
And also, guys, what am I? I opened my Darth Maul lamp, guys. The thing is really nice. Very, very boring. It's just it is what it is. But I love that thing. Let me tell you something.
You know why he loves that thing, guys, right?
Why?
It's like a shampoo bottle.
Let me tell you something. The size of it. You
Yep,
put it
tell
right
us,
next
Fabs.
to any figure, it looks like it belongs.
It's the size of it. He's telling. See, it's not. This is not a psyop, everybody. Not a psyop.
Guys, so this is the new style of psyop. Okay, so what he's doing is he's making demonetized immediately.
Oh shit! You're 4 cents.
Yeah, 4 cents. So I'm waiting. I'm uploading the video for the Darth Maul hologram, guys. I'm also my Return of the Jedi Darth Vader Deluxe shipped. So I'll be getting that next week. And there was something else. There was something else that I thought was coming. Oh, it's not coming, but I paid William for my artisan purple coat Joker. So whenever whenever that starts shipping from Sideshow, that's coming my way. So probably, by the end of the month, by next month, the beginning of next month, or the middle of next month, hopefully no later than December, because that would suck.
You know what? We have to do a cocaine Wookiee unboxing.
You got it?
Yeah,
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we gotta set that up maybe like next week or the following week.
You're ashamed of it, so you don't even bring it up.
I haven't opened it yet. I'm very excited.
Oh, you still have it? All right. So so we'll do it next week.
I haven't even seen it myself. I mean, it's gonna be pretty. We're all gonna be surprised together.
Okay. All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.